Boxing.
It is Scrap 6. We are going to have the national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we had at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts he watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, our very own Jared Jones with the national anthem. I'm Joe Aguirre along with Chad Debkowski. We are live here, Scrap 6, Octoberfist. We are live at Coventry High School, 22 Ripley Hill Road in Coventry. Chad, we've got a card full of fights. This is your first Scraps. You're in for a real treat today, bud.
Yeah, I am. I'm really excited. I got to tell you, Joe, when I walked in the gym here, I wanted to get into the ring and fight myself. I mean, this is really exciting. I can't wait for the action.
It's hard not to want to, and it's hard to watch these guys and a little bit your mind think, how would I do? And the answer is you'd get destroyed, but it would be fun. So we've got 17 fights on today's card. And
fighting out of the blue corner, he represents KO Kings Boxing, Nasir Santiago.
So our opening bout, Ortiz Boxing Gym, Yariel Nieves, who comes in at 9-4. He represents Ortiz Boxing. The 11-year-old is 74 pounds. And representing KO King Boxing and Fitness, Nasir Santiago, who is 4-2, came in at weighing 78 pounds and is 10 years old. So we are about to get our first bout underway here at Scrap 6 Octoberfist. Slight pause here as we attempt to get things underway. And here we go. And there's your first bell. Nieves and Santiago meet in the center of the ring.
Really fast start to this fight. A lot of jabs going around by both fighters.
Chad, I love seeing that. You know, it's important to work off the jab. Seeing a whole lot of that right now.
Nice body shot there. Ooh, shot to the face there. And with these young fighters, you really get the quickness. I mean, these fighters are quick. You don't see that too often with the, with the mature fighters, with the bigger fighters. And wow.
Big left there from Nieves as the fighters get a little bit tied up.
A lot of body shots from Santiago.
Ooh, big right hand from Nieves.
Still working those body shots.
This fighter's tied up. Oh, nice left there from Nieves, who then goes downstairs.
Ooh.
Comes up with a big right hand and another right. 10 seconds here in round one. And Nieves really working from the inside, doing a nice job there, Chad.
Very nice job. I mean, that was a good round of fighting.
You know, I like there. You saw Nieves go to the body. And this day and age especially, you see a lot of these guys are headhunters. They're constantly swinging for the head. And if you really want to break a fighter down, you got to work the body. I really liked what I saw from Nieves.
Absolutely. Those body punches, they were powerful. And, it's really going to wear this fighter out. I mean, Santiago, both fighters are strong fighters, but man, those body shots from Nieves, they were great. No doubt about that.
So good first round for Nieves. I'll give him a slight advantage there. You see the judges sitting here ringside from USA Boxing. Santiago's going to have to start mounting a little bit of offense. It just seemed like Nieves was a little quicker off the draw.
Both fighters are ready to go for the second round.
All right, here we go. There's your bell. Fighters touch gloves. And then immediately trade left jabs. There we go. Santiago really trying to step up the pace a little bit here. Nieves continues to throw to the body, doing an excellent job of that. Big right hand from Nieves. And then a big left hook. Another right uppercut from inside. Very impressive there. Santiago just holding on and throwing a big right. Nieves again goes to the body. He's looking for a big uppercut there.
Out of the scramble now. It's been a very high-paced fight. No doubt about that.
I'm telling you right now, Nieves has done such a nice job of a couple of shots to the head. He immediately changes levels and goes downstairs, and I really like this. Meanwhile, Santiago still really trying to mount some sort of offensive attack.
It's all about boxing. You got to play that offense. You got to stand your ground. Show them what's up.
Very impressive second round here for Nieves, who just used a really nice jab to the body to set up a hook to the head. Santiago catches him on the way out. Nice left there from Santiago. Now Nieves again goes downstairs with the left. Oh, that's another big one right there. And then he follows it up with an uppercut.
Yeah, that was a big combination right there.
Nieves just kind of teeing off right now. There's a big right. Again, back to the bread basket. He knows what he's doing.
10 seconds left in this one.
Referee's going to suggest Nieves make sure he keeps it above the belt. And round two is in the books.
Yeah, that was another very quick round by both fighters. Quick meaning just their speed. Both very fast fighters, fast punches. Fast everything.
So going here in the round three, it looks like Santiago's down 2-0 to Nieves. Santiago's going to need a big round three here. This will be a 3-rounder. So this is going to be your final round. So he'll really need to mount some offense. He did a better job here in round two of defending himself and of countering. But man, oh man, Nieves lightened it up here in our first bout of the afternoon at Scrap 6, Octoberfist. Very cleverly named, by the way.
Yeah, it is. I like that.
My wife said, have fun at Octoberfest. And I said, fist. It's a play on words. Get it? Here's your bell for the third and final round. Yes. Santiago came out there blazing with a little left jab right off the start. But again, Nieves gets him tied up.
They're back to those. Wow, look at the aggression. Super aggressive fight this has been, Joe.
You could see Santiago definitely is looking to get a little more assertive this round. And I think he's running into a problem where he's staying within distance and it's allowing Nieves to tag him from far out. And then he closes in and starts working the body. And it's been like that this entire fight.
Yeah, it really has.
To Santiago's credit, though, he continues to bring the heat. He's trying his best, but I think his arms are just a little shorter than Nieves is, and he's just struggling to get close enough to inflict damage. A couple of nice lefts and a quick right there from Nieves. A couple of big lefts. There's another one to the body and then an uppercut.
Very good combination by Nieves.
Nieves never throws just one. And you like to see that from a young boxer. That's just something a lot of people do. You know,
he's coming at you with a whole lot.
It's always a combo, always a combination of punches. And he's very smart, again, with the level changes. There he, again, goes to the head twice with a left, right, and then immediately right into the kitchen. That one might have been a little low, but he also stung him with a big uppercut. Another nice combo from Nieves.
You're not getting just one sandwich. You're getting the whole deli.
Yeah, he is bringing us another one of those big right uppercuts. Very impressive here from Yariel Nieves of Ortiz Boxing. That is going to do it. A solid effort from Nasir Santiago from KO King Boxing, but to me, Yariel Nieves dominated this fight.
I have to agree with you, Joe. He was definitely the front runner in this fight. He fought like a king, fought like a champion.
A great fight and a good way to open things up here. Scrap 6, Octoberfist. Definitely enjoyed every moment of that matchup.
Yeah. Like I said it a bunch of times. I mean, that was just a quick fight, quick speed. And you get that from these youngsters.
Yeah, that's the kind of fights we've become accustomed to here in our Scraps matchups. And another fantastic event. Really enjoyed that. So we'll get our first result of the afternoon. We'll go in ringside to our own Jared Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of our first bout by unanimous decision, boxing out of the red corner, representing Cologne Boxing, Edwin Nees.
Mutual respect there from both fighters. Both put up such a good fight this afternoon.
Yeah, Niemi is very impressive. An absolute warrior. Really. What a great start to an afternoon full of tremendous boxing.
Now we'll start a treat that we will finish up later. This is our first of 5 bouts to ignite an age-old rivalry between Norwich and New London, Rose City, and Whaling City. We got 5 bouts today. Let's get started with the first one. Out of the red corner, representing Whaling City Boxing, it's Turner Delora.
So we got a real rivalry matchup here. These gyms go back, Whaling City and Rose City, a really far way, and we're going to get some things settled here this afternoon, Chad.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can't wait for this one. The animosity in this room is tight.
Pasa.
So Turner Delora and Brody Pasa. Delora, 16 years old, weighing at 145 pounds. Pasa from Rose City, 16 years old, also weighed in at 145. Both of these fighters making their amateur debut today.
Yeah, this is going to be a really special fight for both of these fighters, no doubt about that. One that both of them are going to want to remember. So who's going to capitalize?
You'll see Delora in the all black, Pasa is in the black shorts with the white top. So you got to like that little natural rivalry between these two gyms, long-standing. We'll get some things resolved. The 5 matchups this afternoon between these two gyms.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this rivalry. I'm very new to this rivalry. I mean, the tension in here is just, you can tell that these fighters are ready.
A couple of long-standing gyms here in the state of Connecticut have done great work for many, many years. So nice that all of these gyms participate here up in beautiful Coventry, Connecticut, part of the SCRAPS family network. And here we go. Delora and Pasa. A wild start here.
Yeah, that was fast, Joe. Heavy punches, too. You can tell these boys are angry. They are ready to fight, and they've brought it so far.
All action first round here. Pasa and Delora going at it.
This is the next generation of boxing right here.
Ooh, nice jab from Delora. That was a big one.
Good body shot there.
I love to see that. Delora going downstairs, keeping the level change. That's what it's all about. Up and down. Break your opponent down, work the body. Everybody loves those headshots. That's a big right hand.
Yeah, it is.
I think that's going to get you a standing 8 count. I think a little bit of a stutter step, and you are going to get your first standing 8 count of the afternoon. That was a shot that Delora dropped on Pasa.
Yeah, it was. He needs some time just to think. Let these fighters take a breather. That was just a great start to the fight, and we've got more coming out of the gates.
Oh, look at Pasa. It comes out and it responds by throwing the big winger.
Pasa fighting with his hands up.
Delora with the jab sets up a body shot. Nice jab from Delora. Big left and a right, and another right from Delora. Boy, Pasa might want to. Pasa, I was going to say, might want to keep his hands up, Chad. He walked right into that one.
Yeah, he did. He's going to take some time with the official.
Saved by the bell is Brody Pasa. And then, Chad, this is what, you and I were talking a little bit pre-fight, and I talked to you a little bit about how important footwork is for these guys. The footwork from Pasa was terrible. He ended up walking into a big right, and that's why he got floored. That punch wasn't even as big as it probably looked like it was. It was more Pasa's momentum walking right into Delora's fist.
Absolutely. You got to stand your ground there. You got to hold your body strong. And Pasa just didn't do that. Luckily saved by the bell, but man, that was such a good first round.
I think that might be in 6 events, the first flooring that I've seen in one of these events. We've had plenty of knee buckles and standing 8 counts, but that's the first time somebody got dropped like that. And again, just not great footwork there. You walk in and you eat a punch.
Not to discredit Delora, though. I mean, that was a nasty punch, no doubt.
I think they're calling it. I think that's going to be the end of the fight. Just like that. That was he obviously hit him a little bit harder than I guess I thought he did, because his corner decided he could not continue. He got rocked on that one.
He definitely did.
And again, it's why when you're swinging wildly, as Pasa was, and I understood, he had just gotten the standing 8 count against him. You want to start mounting some offense back, but the footwork's important. He threw, he missed, and the counter knocked his block off. Hopefully he is okay, but a great fight, by the way, from Turner Delora.
Absolutely. He came out strong.
Doctor stoppage. Fighting out of the red corner, Turner Delora from Wayland City Boxing in New London. 1 only.
So matchup number 2 in the books.
That was just a very, very good fight. And if that's what we got early on here, these fights are going to be good. Rest of the afternoon.
Yeah, just some clarification. This was not the referee did not call the fight. Rose City, the corner, decided he would no longer continue in this bout. Which, listen, it's amateur boxing. That is 100% the right call.
No doubt. You don't want anyone getting seriously hurt. I mean, combat sports as it is, very grueling.
100%. I mean, that I couldn't agree with you more. You know, listen, this is a big learning experience for these guys. A lot of these guys have aspirations to go pro. And the best way you're going to get there is safety. You know, that's how you learn.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that happened. It's unfortunate, obviously, but doctors will tend to Seika.
Good sportsmanship there by both fighters, too.
So we prepare here now for our third fight of the afternoon. Seth Flockhart from Ortiz Boxing, the 17-year-old weighed in at 132 pounds, making his debut.
A lot of debuts in this first couple of fights. Young fighters getting ready.
And in the blue corner, representing Martinez Boxing, Derek Marcado.
All right, so this will be another one where you got Flockhart is in all red in the red corner. But not to be confused, Derek Mercado from Martinez Boxing, the 16-year-old weighed in at 130 pounds, is also in red trunks. He'll be wearing the white top, but he'll be in the blue corner. So he's rocking the blue gloves, blue corner. Just for your own visual effects at home.
Certainly helps me out, Joe.
Yes. This is CDAB's very first boxing broadcast. He's an outstanding sports guy. Loves the sport and doing a great job so far. So we appreciate you.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for asking me to do this. It's a very cool event, and I hope I get invited back next time.
Well, so far, so good.
That's good.
So far, so good. You're on the will return list as of right this minute.
I like to hear that.
All right, so we will see a new referee at this point. Flockhart and Mercado.
Taking some time before this fight.
And by the way, you know, we get a lot of love on the broadcast, and we do appreciate that. And people have asked the question, why are you guys not on the actual ring or on risers just outside? And USA Boxing has very specific amateur rules as to where we can and cannot have cameras. So that is the reason why we are shooting this thing the way that we are. It is not by choice. The obvious thing that you're seeing at home, you're like, why? Believe me, we tried, and USA Boxing will yell at us. I literally just told our photog to get as close as you can, and if you get yelled at, you get yelled at. So here we go. This match, shout out to camera guy Josh, who's been, I think, yelled out twice already. This match is off to a phenomenal start here.
It is.
Flockhart and Marcado going off on each other.
I saw earlier, just a couple seconds ago, with those big body shots by both fighters at the same time. I mean, that's a hot start, man.
Oh, nice right. Mercado tagged him there.
Flockhart with a big swing and a miss, but powerful.
Nice body shot from Flockhart. Oh, nice right on the way in there from Flockhart. Another big right and another.
That was huge.
3 big rights landed. He might even have got a left jab in there as well. Oh, Marcado sticks him with that jab as well.
Playing good defense, too, Flockhart. He's playing real good defense. Taking a lot of shots in.
Fighters now a little bit tied up there in the center of the ring. Nice big left there from Flockhart, who then tags him with a right. Didn't necessarily land clean, but he did hit him. Referee telling both of these boys, keep the hands up.
Flockhart's kind of swinging a little wild.
Oh, another big right hand from Flockhart. Marcado returned the favor. Flockhart hits him down below, lands a nice body shot. These guys are tied up. Ref will separate them. Again, tells them, keep the hands up, boys. Nice left there from Marcado. Flockhart closing the distance there. Fighters again get tied up. It's more Marcado tying them up. And that's going to do it for round 1.
I feel like I've been saying this a lot the past 3 fights, but man, like that was a very good start to the fight.
Yeah, this one's been all action here between Flockhart and Marcado.
You know, you mentioned footwork earlier, and I really think Marcado has some good footwork in this fight, really holding his ground strong.
Yeah, a couple of fantastic fighters here. I'll tell you, early on, it seemed as if Flockhart was throwing some real wings, just kind of, and it seemed like he sort of settled in, buckled down, and then this really turned into a very competitive fight.
Yeah, hopefully his coach is talking to him about that. As these fighters get ready for round 2 of this fight here at SCRAPS, Coventry High School. Really fast action here, both exchanging punches. Marcado put Flockhart in the corner. Some big punches by Flockhart. Another one to the face. Marcado not taking it though, fighting back. Able to get out of that.
Exchanging uppercuts on the inside there as they were tied up, and then a nice left from Marcado. Big left there from Flockhart. Nice combination there. A couple of rights and a left, and then he goes upstairs. Nice jab there from Flockhart. Gets him tied up. Oh, yeah, that's a big left-right comp. Oh, another one. Oh, Flockhart having some success here late in round 2, throwing them big left hands. There's a nice right hand.
Those are some nasty punches. You don't want to get hit with that one.
Man, Flockhart really finding his way in this round, has having a ton of success, and mostly everything he's throwing is landing big time.
A lot of improvement from that first round. Big body shot. Shot to the head. He's just really connecting. Gets tied up in the corner. And that'll be the end of round 2. Strong fight so far. I just want to say shout out to the people at SCRAPS for getting this event together. I mean, this has been a very cool event, and we're only 3 fights in. A lot of action that's been happening. Very cool event. I'm really looking forward to to the next one. No doubt.
Yeah, these have been fantastic. They're very well attended. Again, we're seeing more and more gyms each and every time out. Yeah. It is a great network of gyms across Connecticut. And
shout out to all the fans, too, for coming this afternoon. They could be anywhere else, but they're with us here in Coventry.
So here we go, round 3, and Flockhart, really, it's a carryover from what we saw in the second round. I thought Marcado had the edge in round 1, but Flockhart.
Ref's going to break it up there.
Oh, big left and a right, and then a right on the way in.
Yeah, he's a strong fighter.
Yeah, Flockhart's done a nice job of using his strength to position himself when they get tied up. And, man, he had tees off right after that.
The 17-year-old from Ortiz Boxing just having a really good fight in later rounds. Round 2 and 3 so far, 3. Definitely belong to him. Although Marcado's not giving up, fighting back. Ooh, big right punch.
Oh, that's a nice jab right there.
Yeah, it is. Trying to turn things around. Ref's got to break it up. Warning. Flockhart.
All right, that's going to do it.
Very strong fight. I mean, I feel like I've been repeating myself, but man, these two fighters are definitely legit. They are the real deal, and I think it's going to be a close fight, but we'll have to see what the official and everybody here thinks as we await the decision of the fight.
Little technical difficulty there with camera. Some stranger named Matthew Fortier says Chad's killing it on the commentating.
Shout out, Matt.
Nobody you know, just a random admirer.
Love Matt.
Matt, we appreciate you chiming in there, brother. So matchup number 3 in the books between Flockhart and Marcado. I think I know how this one's going to go. But
Marcado confident in himself. Raising his arms. It's going to be a close one.
And a winner by unanimous decision, boxing out of the red corner, representing Ortiz Boxing.
And it is Flockhart.
Yeah, I thought Flockhart mounted it in the second and third round. It looked like to me he took both of those. You never know, though, Chad, when it comes to how these guys are going to score things. Just when you feel like, yeah, you never know. So, yeah, I agree with that decision. And congratulations to Seth Flockhart.
I agree as well. I mean, both fighters did an amazing job. That was a very strong fight.
I'll tell you right now, Marcado definitely won that first round. And to me, really was dictating the fight. And it seemed like Flockhart was more reactive in round 1 and then started to establish and dominate in round 2 and 3. And again, you mentioned it too, right? How strong he was. And when they started getting tied up, he was able to position himself and really do a lot of damage out of the clinch, which was very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he, like I said, his punches are coming with some power. So be ready.
So for the first time tonight, we're going to see somebody from Elements, one of the many gyms here tonight. Marco Sorentino is from KO King Boxing. The 19-year-old weighed in at 134 pounds. He is making his amateur debut tonight.
Making his amateur debut, Ed Bourman.
As I mentioned, from Elements, Ed Bourman, the 20-year-old weighed in at 138 pounds, is also making his amateur debut. Joe Aguirre, Chad Debkowski. We are ringside at Coventry High School. Beautiful Coventry, Connecticut. Scraps 6. This one is called Octoberfist. All the titles of these are extremely clever.
Whoever comes up with the titles deserves a raise.
It is Jared Jones, the man who both sang the national anthem. And I knew Jared had a beautiful voice. Now everyone else knows. And he's also in there calling it or introing and doing all of our announcing. So big thank you to Scraps CEO, founder, and president, Mr. Jared Jones, who we will talk to at some point here during the broadcast, and if not at the very end for sure. We like to wrap things up with Jared. So here we go. Sorentino and Bourman. Thus far, Sorentino showed a little bit better, maybe footwork. Bourman fighting from the center of the ring. Oh,
big body shot.
Big right to the body from Sorentino. Bourman goes upstairs with a left and a right. See him starting to stalk Sorentino. He's starting to press the action. Now he retreats. There we go. A couple of nice steps inward. Interesting shorts from Sorentino.
I like that design.
Yeah.
I can see you wearing those.
A compilation of designs on the shorts of Marco Sorentino. Ooh, that's a big right hand from Sorentino.
Yeah, he's strong too. No doubt about that, Joe.
Bourman very cautious on the way in. Oh, that's a big right hand. Bourman rocks Sorentino on that one. Goes back to it, not as hard. Now he goes downstairs. Jockeying for position as these guys are tied up. Bourman again with a right hand. Like to see maybe a jab or something from Bourman beyond just the big right. He threw a lot of right hands. He landed a lot of right hands, but not seeing too many jabs for Bourman to set things up. Sorentino looked fantastic there, and we are now joined here ringside by Jared Jones. Jared, I know you're a singer, but today's national anthem was something special.
Well, I'm sure that's not what Simon Cowell would feel about it, but did the best I could, limited options. But, yeah, something I've done before. I wanted to just say this is a debut matchup. Never done anything like this before for this Ed Bourman kid. And I'm impressed with his defense. Looks crafty. He's got a nice high guard, good footwork. Started with the straight punches. And in that first round, he had to wade through a hailstorm to show us that. So very, very impressed with Ed Bourman so far. I'm not saying he won the round. I'm just saying he looks very good for a first-time combatant.
He definitely stuck that big right hand, and then he went right back to the well on it. He's had some success with the big right. I want to see more of that left hand from Bourman.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like he's the left is just sticking to the jab and using right for all the power. Where a good left hook, a good check left hook when that kid's running in would be better for him.
Now, in the Pasa and Delora fight, we saw somebody get dropped, and that's something we don't see a lot of in these fights. That was where Pasa threw a big winging right, and the footwork was terrible on the punch. He missed, and then boy, oh boy, Delora dropped him.
It reminded me of Tank, where the delivery, the punch, everything about it looks wrong, and then you're happy with the results. And that said, most of the times we do get knocked down, it's accumulation punching. It's somebody on top of somebody else, as opposed to that was one of the cleaner one-punch knockdowns we've had at Scraps.
Very enjoyable. This fight so far so good. Definitely seeing a little more from Bourman here. He had a good first round. This is a better round for him so far.
He's playing, like I said, he's really defensively sound. His strategy and skill set looks like that of a decent professional fighter. You know, he doesn't look so amateurish, sticking to the jab, good footwork, good high guard. I like it. Hey, I'm gonna get back to it, but I appreciate you guys.
Good to see you, brother. We'll talk to you when this thing's all over.
Hey, you guys always kill it over here, man.
Loving it. All right. That was Jared Jones, CEO, founder, and president of SCRAPS.
Awesome guy. He knows his stuff.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, if you go to scrubscraps.org, you want to learn about a guy who's overcome incredible odds and some bad choices in life to not only bounce back and recover from a personal standpoint, he also created Scraps, got it authorized by the state of Connecticut. It's the only amateur boxing club in the United States of America. And the work this guy's been doing with a lot of these athletes is absolutely incredible. So
kudos to him.
And Jared has a hand in coordinating all of these fights. So he wants to make sure that you're not going to see anything too one-sided where you got different skill levels. And that's something that Scraps really prides itself on, is you're just trying to find two evenly matched, roughly the same size people, match them up, and then you have at it.
And you've seen it. These have been really good fights. Fourth fight. Can't complain. No complaints. It's been a really good day.
So Sorentino and Bourman here heading into round number 3. It's a pretty good crowd for a Saturday. Round 3 underway. Sorentino and Bourman. Sorentino looks like he's a sense of urgency.
Got to play defense.
So you see the dip, and he moves in. But now I need to see Sorentino. If you're going to work to get in there, do something with it.
Sorentino loses his footing a little bit there, but recovers nicely.
Sorrentino's trying to get on the inside, and I love this. I love that he's doing it, and then he dips and he gets in there, but then he's not offering up any offense once he does. See, again, moving in, but now follow that up. There it is. There it is. Maybe he was just looking to find his spot.
He heard you say it.
There it is. My other fear, though, is if he does the dip without throwing anything, that if Bourman's so inclined to throw an uppercut, he could be in some trouble.
He could. I think he needs to work on that. Both fighters, though, really strong.
Nice couple of lefts there from Bourman and a big right. You know, interesting that you say that, Chad, because in our last event, there was a particular fighter who a couple of fundamental things he was doing wrong, and I pointed it out, and somebody in the comments was like, hey, they're just kids, calm down. And I thought, you know what, listen, these guys are going to watch this show back with their coaches most likely. And they're going to see a lot of the things that I'm talking about anyway, but why not point it out? And then it's something that they're aware of, and it's something that the fighter can fix. And I'm not pointing out the flaws to criticize. I'm doing it because it's going to be something that these guys are going to have to fix the flaw in their game if they want to take this to the next level.
Exactly. This is the future of boxing. As the matchup ends between these two fighters.
And I will tell you this, you know, it's funny when these guys all start pouring into the gym. I've got some fans, you know, these guys, they love coming to see me. They love talking to me about their fight. And I think they really appreciate, you know, again, there's not, when you're in the amateur ranks, you don't generally get a live broadcast of your fights. And it's something that I know these gyms really appreciate, and it means more, you know, the chance for, you're not just coming in here with your mom and dad and your brother. You got, you know, your whole family could be watching from wherever in Connecticut or around the country they might be. And that is very cool. And so we appreciate all these gyms participating and bringing their presence to the gymnasium and making these events great.
Absolutely. And shout out to all the viewers too, watching at home.
Yeah, these things will end up being viewed thousands and thousands of times. So, yeah, big shout out to everybody who is watching.
Awaiting the decision now from this fight as Jared makes his way.
Maybe not a bad time to acknowledge our sponsors.
Boxing out of the blue corner, Bourman.
Really impressive by Bourman. Great fight from him. Great fight from both.
So, again, out of the gate, I thought Sorentino was the better fighter. Bourman picked it up in the second half of round one, and then definitely round two was close. I'd give it to Bourman, and then I thought Bourman really established himself there in the third round and walks out of here with the dub.
Yeah, he definitely had a strong presence in the ring today.
Big shout out to our sponsors, KKC Law, Leo's Hot Dog Car, Acre Electric, and to Central City Boxing and Barbell out of Springfield, Mass. And, of course, the Clovercrest Media. So here we go into bout number 5. Jaden Rivera from Bare Bones, the 16-year-old making his debut, weighed in at 104 pounds. And he will be facing Ethan Lamb, the 15-year-old, weighed in at 106 pounds, also is making his debut out of Uppercuts Boxing.
Both fighters wearing all blue, but you'll see Lamb in that black headpiece, and Rivera is in the red.
So clearly these two did not call to coordinate outfits today, but both fighters, as you mentioned, Chad, are in blue. Rivera, sporting the red gloves, will be in the red corner, and Lamb in the blue gloves and the blue outfit representing the blue corner.
Both fighters making their debut.
And there's the bell for round number 1. Lamb immediately making his move in. Now, these two are throwing so far.
Especially Lamb, kind of throwing a little wild.
Rivera's bringing the heat, and Lamb is bringing it right back at him. Oh, these two are just duking it out.
Really competitive first couple of
great combinations, back and forth, counter punches, the return. This is what you like to see. Oh, left and a right.
Wow.
Boy, Rivera rang his bell with a nice combination. Went up top, set it up off a body blow. Nice handwork there from Lamb as Rivera just continues to press the action.
Loses his footing there a little bit.
Oh, a nice combination again from Rivera.
Ooh.
Lamb's footwork getting a little sloppy, but he is under attack here. Oh, a nice combo there from Lamb. Rivera continues to press the action. I like the shoulder roll from Lamb. Kind of bounced himself off the ropes, a little shimmy shake.
Yeah, there's a lot of action going on right now, and I think Lamb's putting up a pretty good defense, even though he's sort of scrambling, losing his footing a little. Just some big body shots from Rivera.
Lamb off the ropes with a nice combo. A solid first round, a close first round between Jaden Rivera and Ethan Lamb.
Yeah, this is another tight fight. This one definitely is, I think it'll come to the decision. I mean, we see this a lot with the young fighters, right? The speed, the quickness of their punches and things like that. It's really amazing how fast that they can move.
It's funny with each fight, you're gonna see it all start to come together. You see great footwork, you see good hand speed, and again, as you start to move up in these fights, you start to see the same guy with great footwork, with great hand speed, and as you keep moving up the levels, then the power's there, and you'll start seeing more complete fighters. Whereas a lot of these young guys, you're starting to see some elements of the game, still some things to work on. This has been an outstanding fight so far between Jaden Rivera and Ethan Lamb.
Yes, it has. Rivera. Both fighters exchanging punches now.
Rivera's ability to go downstairs and to finish it off with an uppercut to the top is very impressive.
Very impressive indeed.
Oh, nice left. Oh, boy, Rivera was millimeters away from a devastating hook right there.
Turns around quick.
Boy, when Lamb's in this position, boy, he's done a really nice job of rolling his shoulders to get in and out of it. Very impressive. These two are about as evenly matched, I think, of competitors as we've seen so far today.
Yeah. This is a very close fight.
Big right hand there from Lamb as Rivera continues to press him.
Lamb is not taking anything from Rivera. He always has an answer.
Doing a nice job there, a little rope-a-dope, coming off the ropes, throwing punches, and staying out of distance. Very smart from Lamb on that one. Oh, a big right for Rivera.
Yeah, it was.
And then a second big right. Now he goes downstairs, back up top. Boy, Lamb's got a chin on him. Oh, that's a big left from Lamb, and then a big right. And another big right.
Wow.
What a I mean, this fight right now, I think could be tied, or it could be 2-0, one or the other. I mean, this has been such a close fight.
Yeah, it is. I mean, if this one doesn't go to the distance, I would be shocked, because it has been as even as it could be.
We could also be in for our first split decision of the night, because my goodness, boy, these first two rounds have been so incredibly tight.
We're going to be in store for a very good third round. No doubt about that, Joe.
So this will be a wild third round.
The crowd behind Rivera.
Yeah, they are hot for Rivera right now.
Very strong. Look at that combination. Both fighters just going at it. A lot of moving around. And that's a big punch from Rivera. As he's going in for more, they both kind of clinch up. Both coaches screaming. Yeah, I mean, when we say that, this fight is even, we are not sugarcoating it. It is dead even, as both fighters try to throw big punches there, and this has been a very high energy fight and a very high energy third round by these two young fighters. Crowd loves Jaden. Trying to fight back, and that's a big left hook there. Oh.
So this fight coming down to it. In the last 10 seconds, that's a nice left from Lamb. So Rivera's pressed all of the action.
That'll do it. Both fighters acknowledging each other, good sportsmanship. And that was just a very, very fun fight.
Boy, Lamb looks spent. Rivera seems a little more up to it after the fight. Very close one. It'll be interesting to see how they judge this one. Jaden Rivera from Bare Bones and Ethan Lamb from Uppercut Boxing. A very competitive match. Both of those guys definitely brought the A game today, Chad.
No doubt about that. I mean, listen, after every fight that we've had up until this point, we've seen our clear winners. That right now, there is no clear winner. I mean, this is, like I said, it's as even as it gets. And I will be very anxious to see who the winner is, or maybe even if there's a draw.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is one of those where I would almost expect a split decision, a draw certainly in the cards. It was so evenly fought. Obviously, with no standing eights or anything, it's really hard to say who came out on top.
Yeah, definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, our winner by unanimous decision, boxing out of the red corner.
Yeah, so Rivera is going to edge out Lamb.
Well-deserved, Rivera. That is well-deserved.
I'll say, honestly, Chad, if, whoever's name was going to get called and somebody was going to be disappointed, I'm not going to argue with it. I thought, it was so close that it could have gone either way to either fighter. They both have, putting it like this, Ethan Lamb has nothing to hang his head about. No. He fought an outstanding fight, and I think as it turned out, Jaden Rivera was just a little bit better.
Yeah.
And that's all they came down to today,
Definitely.
Great fight, though.
If I was Ethan Lamb, I wouldn't be hanging my head, as you mentioned. I mean, there's a lot to be happy about, a lot to be satisfied if I was Ethan Lamb and his coaches.
And now for bout number 6.
So we prepare for our next bout.
Boxing out of the red corner, also representing Bare Bones Boxing.
So we're going to call this bout number 6, but on your scorecards, if you're here in the gym, it would be fight number 7 between AJ Cologne from Bare Bones. 17-year-old weighed in at 124 pounds, comes in with a 2-2 record.
William Windows County. Cruz. This bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds.
So I don't know who he just introduced, but I do not have that name. Who's in that corner?
William Cruz. They traded one guy from the gym.
Okay,
William
so it's
Cruz.
Cologne and Cruz.
Yes.
Okay. William Cruz.
His nickname is Windows Down.
Windows down. Let's do it. Very cool nickname.
All right, so William Cruz instead of Danny Juarez in this one. And that's the nature of these tournaments, Chad. You had some guys who missed weight, and there were other guys who just showed up. I guess it's a cattle call where you show up and hope somebody drops out and you fit the weight class you step in. And that is what William Cruz has done here today to take on AJ Cologne.
Cruz looking stylish in his trunks there. He's got his name on it, the nice sparkles.
Bro, if you're gonna just show up at a boxing tournament, you gotta look your best. And much credit to William Cruz for bringing it.
Definitely brought it.
All right, so here we go, round one between AJ Cologne and William Cruz. And we are underway. So far, Cologne pressing the action as he fights from the center of the ring. Goes down below on Cruz.
Cruz holding up his defense.
Haven't seen much in the way of offense. There we go. Cruz throws his first punch of the fight. Oh, there, overhand right. Man, Cologne really is pressing all the action here thus far.
Right out of the gates, it's been Cologne.
And as you said, Cruz showing some pretty good defense. For the most part, hasn't taken anything too flush. Big body shot. And then one to the head. He goes down for a kidney shot on Cologne. Bit of a slowing in the action here for the first time all afternoon. These guys kind of feeling each other out, figuring out what's working. Cologne goes down low, connected with one that left hand touched. I like Cruz setting up some jabs here. Then goes down low. Yeah, there we go. Cologne, though, just goes on the attack.
Some headshots there.
Just when it seemed Cruz was mounting some offense. Cologne countered with another combo. Oh, boy, he is just absolutely bringing it. Oh, there's a big right hand. And he drops a left hook in there on the clinch. So, again, it seems like what you're seeing from Cruz is 3 jabs. And then the third jab looks like it's about to set something up. And then Cologne just goes nuts and counterattacks.
Yeah, he's got an answer. He's always got an answer.
I think Cruz is going to kind of want to rethink that. I noticed it early. It was a left. And just when you saw he was about to throw the right, Cologne just comes in and throws an absolute blitz combo. And twice that worked out really well in favor of Cologne. I think Cruz he's kind of timing himself off that jab, and then Cologne goes on the attack.
Yeah, like I said, he's got an answer. He's always got an answer.
A very smart fighter, bare bones, a tremendous gym. And you can see it. You could see it in the footwork. You could see it in the strategy. Again, even under duress, these guys very clear-minded. Excellent offense. And some great coaching here in between rounds.
Round 2 in this very, very good fight so far. Starting off very high-paced by Cologne. Both fighters exchanging blows.
Nice left from Cologne. Oh! Cruz. I mean, the footwork on Cologne is phenomenal.
Yeah, it is. He's got that footwork down.
And as good as Cruz looks, and he looks like a fighter from the outfit to everything, boy, Cologne is just a split second better. It always seems first to everything.
Like I said earlier, just when you think Cruz is coming at him,
credit to Cruz. Cruz is trying to press the action, but man, Cologne really just the footwork and the game planning on this kid is phenomenal.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Cruz's
couple nice body shots there from Cruz. He eats a left on the way out. You also see Cologne in the tie-ups is doing a much better job, and I think that just comes with the experience. A big left there from Cruz. Oh, a nice right-left combo from Cruz.
That was a good combo.
And another left-right from Cruz. Starting to really, low body shot there. Each one up top from Cologne. Cruz really pressing the action here late in round 2. Another big right from Cruz. Cologne comes back, eats a left on the way in.
Final seconds in this one.
Oh, another big left from Cruz. I thought Cruz finished that round very strong.
Yeah, he did. He's starting to get those windows down as his nickname.
That's hilarious. I would think this is probably knotted at one going into round number 3.
Yeah, I would say that Cologne's got the first one. Cruz, I'll give him the second. I'd say it's an even fight, Joe.
Very impressive.
Especially in the late second, you saw Cruz on the attack, coming in strong with his punches.
It looked to me like Cologne was being Cologne was outclassing Cruz. He was a little faster. He seemed always to be, again, the first on the draw. He seemed to sort of figure out that jab, and then he would go on the attack. But boy, did Cruz really step up and mount it in the second half of the second round.
Crowd.
Cologne pressing the action, but again, you saw Cruz land a big one off the ropes. A couple of nice body shots from Cruz. Cruz has made great adjustments here from round 1 to the point where, he's controlling the center of the ring, dictating sort of the fight pace at this point.
He is. I'm liking what I've been seeing.
Body shot from Cruz.
Another fighter who's just very strong presence, but Cologne on the attack right now.
Nice 4-punch combo from Cologne. He needed that just to sort of turn the tide for a moment. But again, Cruz comes right back. Nice combination of punches there. He's landed some nice rights over the last 2 rounds, and a lot of power in those.
Yeah, he's got that strong right. Be careful of that.
Big right to the body from Cruz, who's now going a little head on, goes back to the body, scores another left.
It's getting dusty.
Big right hook. Cologne's going to, nice move. The footwork on Cologne to turn that around.
I'm very impressed by that move by Cologne.
Nice job there. Cologne kind of caught Cruz coming in and tagged him. Nice right hand from Cologne.
Very strong fight.
Nice right there from Cologne in the clinch. Boy, this is going to be another one of these where I don't know who won.
I don't know either.
What a fight from William Cruz and AJ Cologne.
When you put 2 strong fighters in the ring, it's very hard to determine who the winner is going to be, especially in this one. 2 good fighters, a lot of strong punches, a lot of good combinations, too, by both fighters. This one is going to be interesting to see who's going to get the W.
Well, that was a great fight. Great fight. You look at Bare Bones, the whole team lining up to greet their fighter when he comes out of the ring. You got to love that.
A lot of bare bone fighters here this afternoon.
So the judges have tallied it up. We go to ringside and Jared Jones.
Check. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by split decision.
A split decision.
Boxing out of the red corner, representing Bare Bones Boxing, AJ Cologne.
So AJ Cologne moves to 3-2 in his amateur career. That was a tight fight. Again, could have gone either way, and I wasn't going to be mad. I was not going to be mad either way. I thought that was, again, a very evenly fought match. A couple of tough competitors. It looked definitely like Cologne had it early, and he might have closed it very strong, and I think that might have been the difference. But that was a very close fight. William Cruz showed up here today, and boy, making a name for himself.
Yeah, I think that Cologne owned the first round, and I think that's how the judges decided this one.
He had a nice strong finish to round 3, and that really did end up being the difference maker. Although split decision, so somebody thought Cruz took 2 of those 3 rounds for sure,
and rightfully so. I mean, this is a hard fight to call.
Absolutely.
Next fight for you here with Michael Ramos.
From KO Kings, Jaden Bergos.
We're big fans of Central City Boxing. Always well represented. Michael Ramos, 15 years old, weighed in at 146 pounds. He's 2-2. He takes on Jaden Bergos, the 15-year-old, weighed in at $140. He comes in with an amateur record of 5-1.
Another exciting fight by a couple of youngsters ready to make names for themselves. Here at SCRAPS 6, here on Octoberfist. Very awesome afternoon so far.
So we've got Ramos in the red corner and Bergos in the blue corner, and here we go. Ramos brought the heat right away. Nice footwork so far from Bergos. Ramos really getting on the inside, going down to the body.
Really just exchanging jabs back and forth, but Ramos in control right now.
I mean, Ramos going to the body, he's eating punches and he doesn't care. He's just going to the body and he's going to start breaking this guy down. Bergos going to have to do something to avoid all those body blows, man. It will make it very hard to fight if he continues to take that beating to the midsection. And Ramos is, I mean, just absolutely pounding him. Yeah. We haven't seen many punches above the belt here so far for Ramos, but I'm telling you, I'm sure Bergos is not enjoying that. Bergos is working him up top as Ramos works the bottom half.
It is tough to fight when you got Ramos attacking your midsection.
Oh, I'm telling you, and it starts to take away from the punches if every time you go to throw, you're getting pounded in the midsection.
Very effectful.
And he's done a nice job, too, Ramos has, of not only pounding him along the belt line, but after a few of those, he always goes back up top because the hands do start to drop on Bergos. Going to leave the head exposed.
He's fighting with his hands down. Got to be cautious of that. That can allow for some really big headshots.
I'll tell you this, Bergos has thrown a ton of punches, and he's landed a bunch. But he's getting hit so often in the midsection from Ramos that it's got to be taken away from the power. Ramos threw about 100 punches in that round.
Yeah, he really did. I would like to see if someone's got a little clicker with the numbers of punches because there were a lot thrown.
Well, that was insane. What a great first round between Michael Ramos and Jaden Bergos.
That felt like a really long first round just because of all the action with Ramos throwing so many punches.
I mean, listen, credit to Bergos because Bergos just kept on throwing. And I don't know how hurt he might be, but he took so many body shots. He continued to unload on Ramos while he was taking all of those punches. Very impressive from both fighters. Also, big right hand there from Bergos.
Yeah, I got to give credit to Bergos because he is still in this fight, no doubt about that. Of all the beating that he's been given, he is still in this fight.
Now Ramos seems to be going more of the headhunting variety. Well, Bergos doing such a nice job here early in round 2. He's definitely outlanding Ramos. Saw Ramos go back to the body, then to the head, and then back to the body. Bergos is, again, landing no shortage of his own punches. And Ramos seems almost happy to take the punches. Nice footwork there from Ramos. Big right hand from Ramos rang his bell. Then he goes back to the body to start breaking him down. Back to the head, back to the body. Ramos working him upstairs, working him downstairs. Another right hand and a left. Back to the body for Ramos, and Bergos is holding on here. He's in a little bit of trouble. Big left from Ramos. Bergos fighting his way through it. Throws a big right hand. Nice combo, then gets tagged with a left. Bow! Nice left from Bergos.
Bergos is staying in this fight.
Great combination from Bergos, who then eats a big left hook. These two continue to fight in a fumble. Bow, that is a big left hand from Ramos.
That was a really good second round.
Again,
Bergos.
insane pace there in round 2. Another close round. Both of these guys kind of lighten each other up.
Yeah, very close round. Bergos coming back, redeeming himself for that first round.
I almost think Bergos might have finished that round strongly. I almost have to think that Ramos is a little gassed.
Yeah, he threw a lot of punches in the first round. Maybe he's tired.
He came out firing pretty hard.
He did.
Bergos dictated early on. And then he started with those crazy combinations that he throws to the body, and it seemed like towards the end of the round, Ramos tapered off just a little bit. Again, credit to both of these guys because they have not stopped throwing punches. I'm surprised they're not throwing punches here between rounds.
I'd be tired if I was in there. That was a lot of punches that were thrown in that round.
That was an intense pace there in round 2. So here we go, third and final round.
Another fast start in round 3. Ramos again with the body shots, attacking the midsection of Bergos.
You got to give him a lot of credit. I mean, that is very smart fighting. You're in round 3. You might have lost round 2, so you want to go out there, break the other guy down, and boy, he's just working the levels up and down, in and out. They're in tight. Ramos has not stopped throwing.
Yeah, Michael Ramos really just keeps on punching.
Bergos just tagged him with a left. But, man, Ramos is just the kitchen sink here and everything else. Nice combo from Ramos. And, again, you see Bergos just fighting his way through it. Takes a big left. Another big left. Steps into a left. Ramos is routing him right now, but we've seen Bergos come in big in the second half of the first couple rounds. Let's see if he can do it again.
I'm loving the footwork from Ramos, too.
Yeah, Ramos has great footwork, and he knows how to set himself up. He's always got the feet in the right place to throw the right punches. Very effective fighting. Oh, nice right there, Bergos. And then Ramos rocks him upstairs and then goes back to the body. Tagged him with that left. Bergos might be a little bit hurt as he clinches here for a minute.
These fighters giving everything that they've got.
Boy, Bergos just continues to fight right through it. No matter what Ramos brought, Bergos fought through it. An impressive fight. And again, I'm going to guess Ramos won this, but if you told me it was Bergos, I would not be mad at you. close fight and a very good fight.
Definitely a good fight. Another close fight, like you said. I think Ramos may have gotten the victory here, but like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Bergos.
I sure did not disappoint. Let's hear it again from Michael Ramos and Jaden Bergos. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by split decision.
A split decision.
Out of the red corner, representing Central City, Michael Ramos.
So Ramos does take it.
Very good fight by both of these men here. And Ramos is obviously he came out of the gates very strong, and I think that was his advantage point, is he just kept punching. He had so many punches that were being thrown, and I think that just that was the difference. That's what made Bergos kind of feel defeated here. Great fight by both of these competitors, though. Really, just another even fight. It seems like I've been repeating myself, but really, just a great fight.
Out of the red corner, representing Bergos Boxing,
Another competitor from Bare Bones Boxing.
Boxing out of the blue corner, from Rose City, Zaden Champlain. This bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds.
So Jeffrey Legaris of Bare Bones comes in at 2-1. 15-year-old is 148 pounds. And Zaden Champlain from Rose City Boxing, the 16-year-old, weighed in at 152 pounds. He lost his debut fight, so he comes in with a record of 0-1. Here we go. Legaris and Champlain. Legaris in all red, and Champlain is in the black shorts. An intense opening round. The crowd is on their feet here at Coventry High School. Scrap 6, Octoberfist. Joe McGuire, Chad Demkowski ringside.
Very fast start to this fight. Another great start to another great fight. Both fighters exchanging punches back and forth.
An intense first round here. Big left there from Legaris. Legaris is just stalking him all over the ring. Just stalks him wherever he goes. He just stays right on him. Another big left there from Legaris. Legaris controlling the pace from the center of the ring. which is really not giving Champlain a lot of opportunity to generate too much offense. Champlain landed a nice combo there. 10 seconds. Oh, a big right there from Champlain. Two subsequent rights to follow up did not land, but he tagged them. Champlain didn't land much, but the ones he did, he made them count.
Yeah, you talk about hard hitting. Those were some hard hitting punches. Very good first round. Another strong start to another strong fight. And that's what we've been seeing here all afternoon. Very impressed by the fighters who have showed up this afternoon. And everyone has been putting up good fights. No doubt.
So a wild first round. All action fight. Legaris representing Bare Bones, Champlain of Rose City. Oh! Nice combination from Legaris. Tagged him. And then Legaris goes to the bread box and then finishes it off with a shot to the head. Nice left there from Legaris. Standing 8-count action. This is a real good combination from Legaris. And that will end the round.
I'm impressed with Jeffrey Legaris. Really just putting himself in control of that second round. Really nicely done.
As I'm looking at Champlain in his corner right now, he looks a little winded. He is getting a lot of direction from his corner. Definitely got lit up quite a bit there, especially towards the end of that round. I don't love the body language. Whereas obviously Legaris is controlling this fight, having some water right now, but boy, Champlain's got his work cut out here in round 3 just to get this back to being competitive.
Champlain needs to make some adjustments if he wants to win this fight. Legaris, both me and Joe mentioned, is in control of this fight.
What a fight. So Legaris and Champlain got them on their feet here. If we get down to the last couple of seconds, that's going to do it, and the crowd goes wild. Legaris fought a great fight there, but again, much credit to Zaden Champlain, who I thought had a tough first round, but boy, oh boy, brought it the rest of the way.
Yeah, he definitely did. He didn't give up. Very strong fighter. But at the end of the day, I personally think it should go to Legaris. Solid fight. Another solid fight by these two young fighters. This one, I think, is going to be very close to call, but let's see what the officials think.
That was a fantastic fight, and I mean, the first time we saw this entire arena on its feet. An awesome fight. Yep, crowd's going to give him one more big applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by unanimous decision, representing Pairbones Boxing.
Yeah, Legaris going to take the dub.
Stronger fighter, I should say, in this match. Another very good fight here at SCRAPS number 6, Octoberfist. Moving right along here. Of the afternoon. A lot of respect from the crowd. Definitely put up a very good fight. bright future in the sport of boxing.
Is that charging now? So we are just about at the halfway point here today.
Everybody having a good time? Everybody having a good time? This is better than that. Come on, let's go, let's go.
Oh, the referee's now emceeing in the
Real
center of the
quick,
ring, trying to get the
really
crowd
quick.
hyped.
After this next bout, we're going to take a 5-minute break. But before we do, I want to announce 2 professional fighters that are here. Anthony Mariano and Jacob Rivera. Jacob Rivera got a bout coming up next Saturday at the Mohegan Sun. Give him a chance to say a couple of words. Douglas, come on up. Douglas also another pro fighter, got a fight coming up Saturday, November 2nd. Let's hear it for these boxers.
I know, and first of all, thank God for the opportunity to be in here. You guys supported amateurs. You know, this is where we all started. Lefty has a bunch of experience in amateurs. You probably know him more than me, but I'm here as well trying to make my name. My name is Douglas American. I'm fighting next to Lefty next Saturday at Mohegan Sun Casino. My record is 3-0, 3 first-round knockouts, and I'm going for my 4th one, November 2nd. Let's go, baby. Thank you very much. Lefty. The man right here, big man, is passionate. How can you hear that shit?
Once again, a big thank you to our sponsors, KKC Law, to Leo's Hot Dog Cart, Acre Electric, and Central City Boxing and Barbell out of Springfield, and to Silvercrest Media Group, who is doing our broadcast here today. So we do appreciate that. We will have one more fight before.
As my friend Zach said, we will have a short 5-minute intermission after this bout. That said, our 9th bout of the evening, boxing out of the red corner. Representing Central City Boxing, Ethan Octoberfist. And boxing out of the blue corner, from KO Kings, Nasir Jesus.
So Nasir Jesus from KO Kickboxing, the 60-year-old, weighed 115 pounds. He's 4-2. And he'll be taking on Ethan Auclair from Central City Boxing. The 15-year-old comes in with a record of 3-1. He weighed in at 117 pounds. So here we are live at Coventry High School in beautiful Coventry, Connecticut. We are technically on bout 9. It says bout 10, but we did have a couple of bouts that we came to. Great action here right out of the gate from Auclair and Jesus.
Going back and forth with each other. Very quick start.
So both fighters in black. Auclair is in the red gloves, and Jesus is rocking the blue. Oh, nice big right hand from Auclair.
You could hear that one. We weren't headphones, but I could hear
That was loud. Nice uppercut, though, from Jesus to answer back. Oh. So Jesus catches Auclair on that one. Lost his footing for just a minute. And These two just happily will stand in the center of the ring and trade punches. And it seemed like De Jesus might have a little bit of an advantage over Claire there. Again, the two of them just center of the ring, duking it out, old school.
Just going shot for shot, basically, taking shots at the
This is how you settle it on the playground, Chad.
Seriously.
We just stand right here and we'll trade punches. Big right from De Jesus misses. Big right there from Claire. Oh, big left from Claire out of that clinch. Then he eats a right from De Jesus. Swinging out of his shoes there from in tight. Oh, it's a nice big left. Oh, and a right and a left. Oh, man. Oh, Claire is lighting him up right there. Nice series of punches. Now they're tied up. Oh my goodness. Claire with another great combination of punches. Want to see De Jesus maybe just keep the hands up a tad higher because he's eating all these flush.
Below his face, they're just taking a lot of shots. Claire. Doing this job by both fighters is just a big punch.
Credit to De Jesus, who's, again, been taking a lot of punches, but he continues to bring it. That was a great left jab right there. I'd like to see that follow up with something. 10 seconds to go in this one. Oh, big right hand! De Jesus needed something like that. And then clips him one more time as Claire started teeing off again at the end. Nice competitive first round between these two gentlemen.
I keep saying it. Really just big, strong starts to these fights, especially this one. Both fighters really just with their speed and their strength. It's being showcased here in this first round, and I can't wait for the second round.
So a very enjoyable first round. We'll be taking a 5-minute break after this fight. And we are going to play for you SCRAPS video, kind of showing you what this organization is all about. So that's coming up. Moving around to Claire and De Jesus.
Both fighters after a really fast start in this second round.
Just right hand there from Claire. I like the footwork here from Claire.
For really sticking in this fight because he's taking a lot of punches from
Right hand there from Jesus. Claire's outlanded him, but it seems like the bigger lands have been from De Jesus.
He has a lot of power behind his punches. And out there seems to be landing that.
I thought he was going to kick him for a minute. Boy, Claire does such a nice job of staying within himself. Doesn't really overextend. Had a nice combination with the body a moment ago. Whereas De Jesus' footwork a little bit imbalanced. Again, De Jesus. Keeps the hands a little on the low side. It's hurt him a little bit in this fight. Now he gets him a little bit higher. And then he eats a left there, and then he eats another one.
In this fight, we haven't really seen anyone attacking the midsection.
So again, it seems Auclair winning the output competition, but the bigger lands, the more impactful punches seem to be coming from De Jesus. As we head into our third and deciding round, and then, like I said, we'll take a 5-minute intermission and then get back into the business. It's a beautiful afternoon here at Coventry High School in Coventry, Connecticut. Tickets are available at the door. 22 Ripley Hill Road in Coventry. Round gets underway. These guys again meet in the center of the ring, and a lot of volume right out of the gate here.
Both fighters really just fighting with fire underneath them.
Another big right landed from De Jesus. And then Auclair returns the favor with a big left hook.
It seems like both fighters have answers for each other. One's punching just like the other one's knocking on the door.
I like these feints from Auclair. A little bit of a stutter step. Yeah, I was going to say, a little bit winded now. We've seen a lot of punches so far from both of these fighters. But Auclair really hasn't stopped throwing. It's a little flat-footed right now.
Hasn't really been moving his feet. You can see how exhausted Auclair is getting. Really trying to use everything left in his hand.
Great left from Auclair, though. And then a nice combo to the head. Oh!
You can feel that.
That was the best punch of the fight for Auclair. I mean, landed with all the power in the world. Oh, and then he eats one on the way back. 10 to go.
This has been a really great fight. I'm very, I don't know who's going to win this one.
Again, if it's strictly a volume, an output, then I would give the tip to Auclair. If it was, who landed bigger punches and did more damage, I would think it's De Jesus. But again, as you point out, Chad, another close fight. Gentlemen, we're very evenly matched.
Definitely. Another close fight, as you say. And, I'm going to have to go with Auclair here just because of the amount of punches that he threw. And he had some really good punches in the later round of the third round, excuse me. And, I'm going to go with Ethan Auclair for this one. But still, I wouldn't be shocked.
Let's hear it one more time for Ethan from Central City and Nasir from Cologne, Pasa.
It's going to be a very tough one here.
The winner of this bout by split decision.
Oh boy.
Out of the blue corner from Cologne Boxing, Nasir Jesus.
With the powerful punches work in his advantage. Like I said,
We will now have a short 5-minute intermission.
Well, I'll tell you right now, that was an outstanding fight. I'm Joe McGuire. That's Chad Dabkowski. Again, listen, I don't want to call it controversy because it's not. I said going into the announcement there, I thought DeJesus landed bigger and more impactful punches, even though Auclair, I mean, my goodness, he pretty much start to finish, never stopped throwing punches, landed some great combinations, but inevitably comes up short.
Yeah, the speed of Auclair was there, his punch sequences, but ultimately DeJesus, he had the stronger punches, and I think that's why these judges gave him the fight. Definitely.
Yeah, Auclair looks extremely disappointed, but again, it comes down to a split decision, so at least one of the judges thought he won the fight. Yeah, you feel for these guys. And listen, when it comes to judging, I think judging in boxing, it's a very difficult thing because, especially in close rounds, it's not necessarily only volume that matters. You could, if you throw 55 punches and you don't really do any damage and your opponent throws a couple of big ones and rocks your head back, you probably lost that round. And I think for Ethan Auclair, I think that's basically what that boiled down to. So I totally get his disappointment. But
yeah, it's that quality over quantity. You hear that all the time, and I think that really played in effect to this fight.
Yeah, so we're going to take a quick break. We're in intermission. We will be back. Enjoy this video on Scraps. Imagine meeting the alcoholic, the severely depressed, the loner, the drug addict at the treatment center. Imagine them showing up on time and voluntarily.
I was very much in my shell as a young kid, and then when I fought you, that was huge for me because I dropped out of high school, and I was kind of, in my mind, a bit of a loser, and when I had accomplished that, be it a small accomplishment in a boxing career, it was big to me, and that's a big thing I think that Scraps has to offer for anyone. You could break a lot of walls down, whether it's social, fear, whatever it is, and that's huge. That's something I'll always have. I'll remember,
And I was struggling a lot with PTSD, and I know Jared, especially talking to you and hearing your background, that definitely made me feel more comfortable.
I've always struggled with addiction, alcoholism, you name it. So my brother's like, I got someone for you to meet.
I was broken, man. I was just totally shattered.
Scraps has a lot to offer to those kids to keep them away from the things that you had to go through to grow to where you are now.
Imagine being given a chance to talk to them and intervene before they made poor decisions. Imagine them being excited about participating in the treatment program that would help them make better choices in life. Consider the reach such a program would give us as a society. Now, stop imagining. At Scraps, we have experienced all of these things.
Got involved in a lot of dumb things. Doing Scraps kind of gave me my outlet to get away from it all. And that was kind of what changed me. It made it so that I had more time to focus on becoming an adult.
It's not necessarily about a competition or about the sport even. It's just about, let's see who you are and maybe we can grow you as a person.
It didn't matter if we were competing against each other. It was just the simple fact of how close everybody was.
I'm so happy that I'm in the place that I'm in now because I had a positive role model not only teach me a sport, but in a controlled, safe environment where I knew I'd leave happy, healthy, learn something. Those are the things that Scraps brought to the table.
If we would have had something like Scraps, I would have seen some of my cousins that are gone now from alcohol, gone now from fighting with guns. I would have seen them grow to be like some of the kids that I seen you train.
Since 2004, many members of Scraps have entered the program for the mental health aspect, the exercise, the camaraderie, or to learn about the sport of boxing. However, the demographic that appeals to the program specifically to compete tends to be a bit different. The majority of them are overwhelmed by some kind of trauma, which makes sense. Why else would the idea of fighting be appealing to them?
Fight, guys.
A lot of trainers that I've worked with have never dealt with the mental aspects of boxing, and to me, that's probably the most important.
It's the camaraderie after all the fights are done.
And after, there was kind of the sense of equanimity, like, you know, if I apply myself to this, you know, cut down on the bogeys, quit drinking.
And taking it and running with it, and kind of keeping that mentality for the whole time. And that's definitely what got me to where I am now.
That was my first fight, and after that, I quit smoking cigarettes, and I took training seriously. So that was the biggest change in my life. So that's got to be, like, probably the most memorable fight.
What happened in that backyard was instrumental on me rebuilding myself and becoming a better person.
It's all love, man. Listen, it's all love, because you're going in there and you're sharing like a moment with that person.
To see videos of these fights and all these people out around the ring, and when you think of fighting, you think of violence, but when you're watching these fights, that's not what you're seeing. You're not seeing violence, you're seeing jubilation, you're seeing people who are win or lose, who feel really good about themselves for having succeeded at something.
People think it's just fighting. So there's so much more. You have to deal with yourself psychologically, mentally, emotionally, every second of every day. And when you get in that dressing room, it's magnified times 1,000. And so when you say somebody's a fighter, you know, it's a feat.
There's no 30-day detox. There's no 60-day do this. There's no levels. You come in, you're yourself. We're not going to judge you. We're not going to put any stigmas on what you're doing. Every time you fall down, we're going to be there to pick you up. And that's it.
SCRAPS is the only treatment-based program this particular demographic will volunteer for. The individuals among us that are in the greatest need of treatment make up the largest demographic of SCRAPS participants. For many of these individuals, SCRAPS is our only chance at an intervention. For more information, visit our website at scrubscraps.org or visit our social media pages. At SCRAPS, some people are literally fighting for their lives.
So we are still in the intermission. Earlier this year, SCRAPS was given a very special award as the new business of the year.
My name is Jared Jones. I run a nonprofit treatment-based boxing program called SCRAPS, if you didn't figure that out. And SCRAPS has found a way to be able to succeed treating people where other treatments fail. And that might just sound like some cool words unless you've ever seen someone that conventional treatment failed for. If you've ever been close to an addict or an alcoholic and seen NA and AA fail, they're not just cool words. If you've been close to someone who's depressed or anxious and seen conventional therapy and medications fail, then they're not just cool words. And I'd love to stand up here and tell you the hundreds of SCRAPS success stories, but in the best interest of your time, I'm going to tell one. And I think it really encompasses the SCRAPS story well. I've had a lot of time with the family, got a lot of chance to discuss the history, and got the green light to tell one of our stories today. So Anna, if you just raise your hand. That's Anna. Anna's son is a member of SCRAPS. And when I say conventional treatments fail, nobody knows better than her. She is strong, she is smart, she is resourceful, she's a mathematician and an engineer, so figuring stuff out is kind of what she does for our country. She works for the government. And she tried to help her struggling son. Therapy, medication, inpatient, outpatient, Everything that was available to her, she tried. And when none of the treatments and none of the medications and none of the integrative processes worked, sports teams, big brothers, big sisters, Cub Scouts, nothing worked. And then he wasn't a little boy anymore. Got into addiction and alcoholism. Now Anna's flying to rehab programs and detoxes that she's flown him out to. And when rehabilitation doesn't work, then punishments start. Anna has been to over 100 court dates for her son and visited her son in 8 different prisons. And then her son walked into Scraps, not desperately looking for the thing that would turn his life around, not clinging to hope like his mother Anna was, but because he thought it would be fun. He volunteered for it because he thought it would be fun, and it turned his life around. And when we come to understand that a program has the ability to succeed where conventional treatments fail, it's our responsibility as a society to make that program available to the general public. When I say he turned his life around, what do you measure failure and success by? Because every metric I have, this guy was a failure. And for every metric I have now, her son is a success. He has a nice home, a gorgeous wife, 3 beautiful kids, over 10 years of recovery, went back to school, got a master's degree, runs his own business. I bet you wouldn't even recognize it. There should be a SCRAPS program in every school and every prison in America, and there should have been a SCRAPS program available to Anna much sooner. But I know based on the results and the number of people that SCRAPS has been able to help, my mom, Anna, she wouldn't change anything. Thank you, everyone.
Getting things going here in the second half coming up in just a little bit. As a matter of fact, we're going to come back to 4 consecutive bouts between Whale City Boxing and Rose City Boxing. We already saw earlier in this program, we already had the first. There's 5 fights between Whaling and Rose City. Turner Delora put a pretty good beating on Brody Pasa, but it is hardly done at this point, ladies and gentlemen. It's like I said, we are going to come out of the gates with, count them, 4 consecutive fights between Whaling City and Rose City Boxing Clubs.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good number of fights to make a name for your gym, to really just boost your gym. I mean, you want to put out a good name for your gym, and that's what these fighters are going to do. They're going to represent their gyms.
So our main event, Kevin Lazoo from Central City, who comes in at 9-3, and Victor Guerrero from Wilner Melendez Boxing. He's 19-6. Kind of bummed Dan Hernandez was supposed to be in the co-main event against Andrew Nasir. That will not, unfortunately, be happening. But yeah, I'm excited for these next 4. There's a real rivalry between these gyms, and so we're very excited that we'll be able to sort it out here this afternoon. Whaling City gun. Okay. My nephew's fighting in the rain over there. Yes, the boxing, like I said, is not over. Coming up next is Armani Mayorga and Noel Lopez. That will be the first fight that we will get coming out of the gate. Chad, how you liking this so far? Your first. This is the 6th one I've done here, and I absolutely love this, and I enjoy it. And you're a big boxing guy, and so we appreciate you being here. What do you think so far?
Listen, I think I've repeated myself a lot. Like pretty much every fight I've said, man, this is just a fast fight, and it's been good, like a lot of good fights. So I have no complaints. I'm really impressed with the fighters, that have showed up here today. A lot of good fights that have happened, and a lot more to come.
Yeah, so I was telling you earlier, in the Delora Pasa fight, we saw something here. Now, we've had knockdowns. There's certainly been plenty of knockdowns, and we've seen plenty of standing 8 counts. That was the cleanest one-punch knockdown in any of these 6 events that we've held here. Again, part of it was the bad footwork of Pasa, but man, Turner absolutely rocked him and dropped him. And it was, as Jared Jones, who joined us in the broadcast, said, probably the cleanest knockdown that we have seen in Scraps history.
Yeah, it was definitely a very clean jab, but he got him in the right place, and, he didn't have his footwork right, so that's ultimately why it costed him the match.
So in the comments, I'm just when Dennis is fighting. Dennis Pudo is fighting in the third fight.
And Brian DeJesus to the glove station. Gonna get you guys gloved up now. Drexel Maurice, Brian DeJesus, Joshua Rivera, Ray J.
So this has been more than 5 minutes.
To the glove
I love
station.
USA Boxing, but my goodness gracious, these fellas are definitely on their own schedule. We love them and we appreciate them, but they are definitely on their own schedule.
Very steady 5 minutes.
You know what? We're going to go back. We're going to go a little retro here. I'm going to give you a short. This is Scraps 5, not the one that we just had a couple of months ago, but the original Scraps 5. I'm talking when this was just an underground fight club, basically. So for those of you who have been with this program for a long time, you'll really enjoy this. For those of you who haven't, this is the history of what Scraps is.
Come on.
Yo, you got this, Nate. Punch you in the face, yo. What do you think this is? Nate, over your head. Through the wall. Don't not see my man. Show him the stars. Watch his eyes. Don't look at his eyes, Scotty. Bring me up, Scotty. Anybody, you don't need to be so low. You ain't short than him. Stand up. He's winning, Nick. Get it. Head down. Put your head down, Nick. Hey, don't put your head down. Throw some punches. Keep your head up. Watch your face. Put your head down. Give me some hair. Hey, stick him with some jabs. Stick him with some jabs. Stick him in the body. Nate, let's get started. There you go. That's good, Nate. Watch him, Nate. Keep your head up. Swing back. Head up. Hit to the
And dropping out the blue corner from Rose
Armani, Mayorga, and Noel Lopez, Whaling City and Rose City Boxing.
4 straight bouts here between Whaling City and Rose City.
Bragging rights for both of these gyms on the line. So Mayorga and Lopez. It is the second half of our fight card here live from Coventry High School in beautiful Coventry, Connecticut. Joe Aguirre along with Chad Debkowski. C-Deb on his first calls here and doing a heck of a job. Thrilled to have you to my left, buddy.
It's good to be here again. Thanks for asking me to do this. It's been quite the time. I'm having a really good time, and these fights are absolutely amazing. So really, everything just speaks for itself.
So the 5-minute intermission comes to an end. So Mayorga and Lopez giving us a great first round here. Ooh, big right hand from Mayorga.
Just going back and forth He's keeping up with the punches. They get a little tangled up.
So Mayorga really pressing the action. Oh, a couple of nice left jabs there. He throws a couple of big right hands. Lopez gets him.
Really good crowd here on this side.
Big right hand from Mayorga. Yeah, great crowd today. Very, very boisterous crowd as well. Oh, nice counter from Lopez, but Mayorga's really bringing the heat here so far.
Seconds in this first round.
Oh, big left hand from Mayorga. Oh, and a big right hand as well. Really good first round for Armani Mayorga. 14-year-old 0-1, came in at 120 pounds. Lopez making his debut, 123 pounds for that 14-year-old from Rose City Boxing.
So far, so good. Off to a really hot start. Armani Mayorga is. Let's see what he can do in round two.
So the second half of our afternoon officially underway. Once again, sitting ringside.
Yeah, this is our second bout for this. I went to NFA when I was younger. 11 different high schools before I graduated with my class. There are a lot on that list, but NFA was one of them. And man, this rivalry, if you're from Norwich or New London, if you understand Whaling City, Rose City, like this goes back to Tyson Wheeler, you know, way, way back. This is 80s, 90s that I remember these two going at each other, and they still do in every sport. I have yet to see a Whaling City, Rose City boxing rivalry show, so it's nice to get five of them matched up on this show, and man, every one of them is brilliant.
It's good that is we come out of the gate in the second half with 4 consecutive fights between these teams.
Absolutely, 100%. I didn't think of it until the last one. I saw two kids in the same weight class that could have fought that were Norwich and New London and went, wait a minute, why didn't those two kids fight each other? And then did everything I could to match up as many as I could, and we ended up with 5. So This is 205, and I feel like for me, I feel like I'm reigniting a rivalry from 30 years ago that meant a lot to me. You know?
An instigator, some would say. A fight promoter, others would say.
Well, sometimes there's a fine line between those two, Joe.
True, that's very true. Jared, so far, great action and great matches. All of these fights have been so well finished so far.
Yeah, well, we've got an excellent matchmaker. This guy.
You're very good at this.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I love that. The more of these we do, the more the vibe seems to grow. Like, you can see a lot of support coming in for the gyms as the whole. It's not just one kid with his parents. It's an entire community, and you get 5 or 6 of those that are showing up, and the vibe in here is crazy. The energy is just something you're not going to get in a lot of places.
Yeah, the crowd today has been as boisterous as we have ever heard them.
Yeah, everybody's loving the fights, loving the show, and there have been good shows, but I think word is really starting to get out and it's starting to spread. And I hear a lot of times like the energy is really, really good and really positive. You know, people outside the boxing game don't understand that even though we're fighting here, we're like building. We're all brothers. We're all part of the same community. The support that I've gotten from the boxing community has dwarfed a lot of other areas in my life where I try to do stuff. So you would think there would be a lot of tough, non-forgiving individuals when you talk about boxing, you know, because it can be so brutal. But the fact is, that's where you get some of the softest and most compassionate individuals. I've always said, you'll look at them and think, I don't want my kids standing next to that guy. But if something went really, really wrong, those are exactly the guys you would want your kids standing next to.
That is so true. Great way to look at things. Jared, a great job again, as always, and we'll catch up with you at the end of the show so we can recap what has thus far been an exciting and action-packed as we get the third round underway.
Little excitement there.
Armani Mayorga, a little excited as we head into this third and decisive round. The first of, again, 4 straight matches between Whaling City and Rose City.
You can really feel the tension between this rivalry. I mean, these two fighters really trying to back up their gyms and just, wow. I mean, this is a great rivalry and a great as this guy is off to a very strong start. It's very changing punches.
Mayorga wants to finish this for sure. He just came out throwing a haymakers. Lopez has done a nice job of taking all these punches and is now starting to fire back.
That was crazy. This crowd is very,
yeah, everybody, if you could see, if you're watching, they're on their feet right now. A lot of action. Mayorga and Lopez are just absolutely duking it out here in the third and final round. Oh, boy. And Lopez just missed an uppercut there that could have been a real difference maker. Catches him with a nice left. Mayorga's got to be at least a little tired. He came out with a barrage this cheering him on to the end. Everybody's on their feet at Daventry High School. Mayorga and Lopez, it's going to come down to the wire. Another big one for Lopez. Mayorga answers. 10 seconds to go in this slugfest. Big right hand from Lopez. Mayorga gets him in tight. He's going to end it with a barrage, and that's going to do it. Whaling City and Rose City, no love loss.
I'm telling you, these youngsters, they have so much fight in them. They're just fighting with a fire underneath them. wow, that was one of the best fights we have seen all afternoon, and I am not kidding. Very
That was
high.
intense. High output on that. You're exactly right.
Yep.
Let's hear it one more time for Armani and Noel. Your winner by split decision out of the blue corners in Rose City,
So we're not only at one here in the big rivalry between Wales City and Rose City. I thought Mayorga was going to take that one, but it goes down to the split decision, and they say Noel Lopez, in fact, is the winner.
I don't think Mayorga should be hanging his head at all, because that was just a very, very strong showing from Armani Mayorga.
That was a fantastic fight. Lopez and Mayorga put on.
That ties up our number 2 London rivalry at 1 piece.
Yeah, they almost blew the roof off of this place.
We got 3 more rows, bout number 12. Boxing out of the red corner. And representing Whaling City Boxing, Shashi.
So Shea Kwashi from Whaling City Boxing, 17 years old.
And boxing out of the blue corner
his debut.
from Rose City, Seth Prado. This bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds.
So it is tied at 1 here between Whaling City and Rose City. The energy in this arena right now is off the charts. People are losing their minds right now.
Losing my mind. A really strong showing from these two gyms, and we've got another one coming up. Very impressed by the fighters.
So Kwashi and Prado, and here we go. It's going to be another violent exchange. Seth Prado, wow. He caught Kwashi, dropped him.
A sequence of punches there from Prado. I mean, holy moly.
Wow, that was intense. He just came. Oh no! Oh no! We got an injury. I don't know if it's an Achilles. It might be an Achilles or an ankle or something. When Prado, when Kwashi, I should say, went down, he kind of fell awkwardly. And then as they resumed, you could sort of see he was having some kind of issue with that right foot or ankle. And he couldn't do anything with it. And he did take a couple of tough shots there before the referee jumped in and put a stop to that.
That was absolutely bananas.
Hey, guys! Hopefully, he's not too badly injured. Hopefully, it's something a little bit more minor. But you could see immediately that Kwashi was in pain.
After the official started the matchup again, you could definitely tell that Kwashi was in some pain. He's sitting down right now. I think this one's going to be over.
I will say this for Prado. I mean, Prado looked phenomenal in the short amount of time that there was fight. Threw very good punches, very short, compact punches. He dropped Kwashi. And it was on from there. But Kwashi leaves the ring. He's badly limping. Although now he seems like maybe it's not as major in injuries. He's walking on his own power at this point. But obviously still in a bit of pain. But I was concerned that might have been an Achilles.
Very disappointing for Shea Kwashi. Hope he'll be all right. Left the ring, limping. Prado still in the ring. Victorious.
Ladies and gentlemen,
turn up one.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by referee stoppage in the first round, representing Rose City Boxing, Joseph Powell.
So Rose City now is up 2-1 over Whaling City, who took that first one, but now they've dropped the last two. Like that. So
Hey, that makes it 2-1 Norwich.
Let's see what else they got.
Whaling City desperately needs a win here to tie this
Yariel in the next bout, boxing out of the red corner. Also representing Whaling City Boxing, Dennis Pudo.
So now Dennis Pudo, who I know some of his family has been watching and wondering when Dennis. So Dennis steps into the ring. And the 21-year-old
and out of the blue corner,
175 pounds.
From Rose City, it's Joshua.
18-year-old Joshua Rivera making his debut. Rivera weighed in at 178 pounds.
This is going to be another one of those exciting fights. You can feel the tension between these two fighters.
A couple big boys in this one, 175-pound plus.
Can't wait. It's going to be a great fight, Joe.
Pudo can barely contain himself in that corner. He looks like he wants to come firing out.
He is ready to fight. We see if Whaling City can even the score here. Rose City up 2-1 in this event this afternoon.
So here we go, Pudo and Rivera. The third straight fight between Whaling City and Rose City in the fourth of the afternoon. It's 2-1 Rose City.
Pudo. Unloading on the headshot. He's going to give him some more of that.
Pudo just comes firing out. I thought Rivera was hurt for a second, but he seems to be all right. There's a big winging left. And another. Smart fight right there by Pudo, who, had he charged in there, would have been in some trouble there off the ropes by Rivera. Yeah, I mean, this kid's got some strength behind him. Pudo throws with bad intentions. Rivera starting to mount a little offense himself. Oh, man, yeah, look at this. Boy, Pudo just hits hard. He absolutely shifted Rivera on his feet with that punch.
Rivera's getting hit like a freight train with these punches. Rivera has a couple of punches of his own.
Southpaw throwing some big hooks here. Well, look at Pudo. He's like, yeah, okay. Eats a left, and he just keeps coming. Rivera going to the body a little bit. I like that. Break down the big, strong guy. But wow, what a first round.
It was an epic first round. There's no doubt that the big boys came out to play here in Coventry.
What a fantastic round. I'll tell you, Pudo, you can see this dude's muscles from here. It's a big, strong kid. Everything he throws, he looks like he could rip somebody's head off.
Really strong showing in this first round for Dennis Pudo.
The lefty Rivera getting a little coaching in the corner, a little pep talk. He's got his head hung a little bit low there. He's getting some love from his coach here in the corner. Like, come on out here, let's go.
A lot of fight left for Josh Rivera to take control of this fight. We'll see what he can do coming up in the second round.
So we go round two, Pudo and Rivera. They meet right in the center of the ring, and it is Rivera who initiates. Rivera attacks him from in close, but again, Pudo just seems like he's almost been able to kind of out-muscle him and dictate the fight just from that standpoint. When they get in close, you really can see the strength of Pudo.
He's definitely got the age a couple years older than Rivera.
Oh, there we go. Rivera going downstairs. Now he comes back upstairs. Pudo seems happy to take a couple of punches there for a minute. Eats another left. Down below goes Rivera. Now up top. Back to the body. Back to the head. Looks like there is some blood coming out of Pudo's nose. Another big left to the head from Rivera. And a big right from Rivera.
This is very violent fight so far.
Again, Pudo continues to pound on him. Nice big left from Rivera. Pudo, keep them hands up. Rivera tees off. Pudo looks like he's looking to end this with one big punch. Rivera really starting to mount offense. A much better round for Michael Rivera. Although again, Pudo popping him. He's got him in the corner, and he's nice job of Rivera to get out of there. That's not where you want to be as Pudo pounds him off the ropes. Oh, big left.
You can see how red the shoulders of Rivera are.
And a big right for Rivera to close it out. That's a close round right there. I mean, where Pudo seemed like he was completely dominating, Rivera just would not. He would not yield. He may have tied things up there in the round.
This is a very close fight. Another one of those close fights where it's going to come down to the third round because it is a very even fight right now. Obviously, that pep talk at the end of the first round worked.
Yeah, you saw that. He really told him to go out and get it. And boy, Rivera did a great job and yeah, you can see on the towel quite a bit of blood coming from the face of Dennis Pudo.
And that's one of those things when you're fighting a lefty, it's just natural, Chad. You're going to eat a lot of those left hands. You don't even need that many. Pudu's got him bleeding pretty good from the nose. I do think Pudo could very well be up 2-0 in this, or we could be tied here going into round 3.
It's definitely been a very even fight, like you said. It's going to come down to this 3rd round. We're going to see what happens. These two are ready for round 3 of this fight.
All right, Rivera initiates first again.
Two fighters.
Rivera smartly has the high guard up. So Pudo very flat-footed at this point. I definitely think he's expended a lot of his energy, thrown some very, very big punches in those first 2 rounds.
And we will get our timeout.
Mouthpiece. All right.
Mouthpiece.
So to the neutral corners, and out they come. Yeah, you could definitely see Pudu's definitely tired here. Rivera's starting to sense that and mounts the offense. And I say now Pudo comes firing back with big punches. Slightly less violent than earlier on, as Rivera starts throwing combos to the body.
Speed is definitely the key.
Big right from Rivera. He's going to try it again. He's going to... No, that's what I would have done. I would have came out of that crouch with another uppercut. So as the 3rd round winds down, big boys are slowing down a bit. Rivera's bringing the heat. At this point, Pudo just sort of fending him off. Oh, big right though from Pudo. Wow, what a fight. What a fight. Rivera and Pudo punching it down to the wire.
I gotta be honest with you, Joe. I don't know who won. I have no idea.
Yeah, that was such a tight fight. If you asked me, I would tell you Pudo, just because he landed so many big punches. You could also easily go to the volume, in which case
that
maybe
was
it's
one
Rivera.
hell of a pace for 175 pounds. I don't know if you've ever seen a boxing out before. Woo! Here one more time for Dennis and Joshua.
I can be good either way with the other
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner.
A big shout out. We got quite a crowd here in the arena, but we've now noticed about a doubling of the viewing audience. So thank you all for tuning in. Joe Wire, Chad Dapowski live at Coventry High School. In the midst of 3 out of the 4 straight fights to open up the second half of this show between Whaling City and Rose City. This was Dennis Pudo and Joshua Rivera in the 175-pound weight class. Jared Jones with the judge's decision.
Your winner by split decision, boxing out of the blue corner from Rose City, Joshua Rivera.
So Whaling City won the first fight early in the evening between these two gyms, but has subsequently lost all three to start the second half of the show. Although, I'll tell you right now, again, Mayorga and Lopez close, split decision. Pudo, Rivera close, split decision. And again, either way, you could have made a case for either guy. Personally there, I thought Pudo did enough to win. Obviously, stand corrected.
Very just, especially in the earlier rounds there, very violent fight. And these fighters, I mean, listen, if I was Dennis Pudo, I wouldn't be hanging my head because that was a very strong showing. As for Joshua Rivera, that was one heck of a comeback.
And now our fifth and final rivalry bout. Ladies and gentlemen, from the red corner,
so Whaling City,
Whaling City Boxing, Damen
series this afternoon.
Rodriguez.
So Damen Rodriguez from Whaling City, the 18-year-old 140-pounder, is making his debut.
Damen Rodriguez. And out of the blue corner, from Rose City,
Brody Kies.
Ray J.
Ray J. Rebel.
This bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds.
Rebel's 134 pounds, also making his debut. So we're 2 bouts away from our main event of the evening. Very exciting. Live from Coventry High School.
Hey, Rose City, Bare Bones, KO King. If everybody could just find a seat. We got the officials. Want everybody just to sit down. Yeah, getting a little crazy in here. Let's just have everybody find a seat. I want you guys loud. I love the energy, huh? Let's everybody find a seat. Thank you.
So they are telling us
3 2-minute rounds between Damen Rodriguez and Ray J. Purcell from Rose City, respectively.
Listen, if I was over there, I'd probably be right on the ropes.
Yeah, I mean, with the energy in this room and the electricity in the ring, it is hard. It is hard to not want to be a part of the action. It really is.
No doubt. I mean, to all the folks a part of Rose City that are watching and that are here in the gym with us, I would be very happy with the outcome of these past couple of fights. Very strong showing and Whaling City as well.
So Rodriguez and Rebel, and Rodriguez comes out firing. He's definitely he wants to get one back for Whaling City. And I'll tell you, listen, these last 3 fights, Whaling City's great fights. 2 split decisions. I mean, all 3 fights were close.
Rose City has just been a little bit better.
So Rodriguez so far dictating most of the action. Rebel throwing some big punches. Hasn't quite landed one. Rodriguez continues to stalk his opponent and force most of the action. Trying to get the whole set back from trouble. He had a nice combo and then got hit right back. Keeping the high guard as he gets backed into the ropes.
Rodriguez has an answer as he's delivering a nice combo.
Oh, nice clean right from Rodriguez. Treble lands one of his own. Nice body shot by Rodriguez. Again goes back up top. Oh, and catches him with a right hand. Treble trying to skip across the ring, caught one. Rodriguez couple it down below and then comes back up top. Nice jab, nice jab. Here comes the right. Oh, another big right hand from Rodriguez. Nice combo. Treble throws a big right hook of his own. Great first round for Damen Rodriguez.
of Whaling City. He expended a lot of energy, and we seemingly saw that so far in all three of these fights where the Whaling City boxer, Chad, comes out of the gate blazing, throwing all sorts of punches, but it doesn't do them much good come rounds 2 and 3.
Yeah, he comes guns blazing out of the gates, but as you can see, the exhaustion is starting to pick up with him. Hopefully he's 100% going into this next round, but you can see he is a little bit tired.
So here we go, round 2. Damian Rodriguez and Ray J. Rebel. As this is the 4th consecutive bout between Whaling City and Rose City. Dip on the day, it's 3-1 Rose City, but they've all been really good close fights. Matter of fact, the only victory from Whaling City was probably the most decisive of these fights. The second fight of the day, Turner Delora put a pretty good beating on Brody Pasa and actually dropped him in that round in that fight. So Preble with a couple of nice lefts there. He's starting to work that jab to set that right hand up. Preble didn't mount much offense in round 1, but he's definitely stepped up the pace here in the second, although Rodriguez continues to press most of the action here. He's pressuring and really just trying to stay in Preble's kitchen, and it's making it really hard for Preble to do much more than just get out of the way and not get punched. Rodriguez is basically taking a pillar of post here in this round and continues with the relentless pressure. Nice offense there from Preble.
Not taking anything, coming back. Always has an answer.
That left hand's going to be important for Preble just for some space, and then he can fire off. There it is, and then he fires off the right hand behind the left. If he doesn't get that jab up, nice low jab move, by the way, but he did drop his hands and get tagged by Rodriguez. And I'll tell you what, I think Preble's in trouble here, Chad.
So too, Rodriguez coming off hot. Nice combination of he is really just delivering. You can hear him.
You know, this is as simple as Rodriguez is not allowing Preble any opportunity to create offense. He's going to have to work off that jab, Preble is. If he uses the jab to create a little distance, then that right hand. Otherwise, Rodriguez is pressuring him so much, it's not really giving him much opportunity to get anything going.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Preble, to his credit, is playing very good defense because he is taking a lot of punches in a very short span of time. So we'll see what happens in the third round. I'm really excited for this one. It's been a really good fight, too.
It's such a pressure approach here from Rodriguez. And again, it's really caused Preble to not really have too many opportunities to throw. And when he does, it was mostly a lot of just right hands, but with nothing to set it up, he wasn't really doing too much damage. Towards the end there, you started to see him set up with the left jab, create a little bit of space off of it, and then fire that right hand. He's going to have to do a whole bunch of that here in round 3. I think he's down 2-0 as we go to the third and final. I mean, Mike, Rodriguez has been in his face the entire time. Again, he's going to have to create space with the jab. There it is.
He is just delivering punch after punch. Not even allowing Preble to...
Preble just can't mount any offense. I mean, he's just been in his face the entire time.
Really strong showing from Rodriguez.
I'll say to Preble's credit, as you just pointed out, he's taken a lot of punishment and he's still firing back.
And this is relentless from Rodic. I mean, I almost feel bad for Preble. My goodness. He just doesn't have any room to operate. And he looks tired. He seems to really be struggling even to throw punches. And he's getting right out there. Yes, all right. You gotta slow that down. He was getting hot. I'll tell you that might have been, oh boy, not much of a standing 8 count. I would have asked for the standing 8 count if I was him. Yeah, all right, step aside. There it is for real.
If I don't know if that wasn't the determining factor in this fight, that basically
10 seconds to go, and he's shaky on his feet, Preble is. Although I'll give that kid so much credit, man. He absolutely should have been holding on for dear life. Instead, in the last 10, he just threw as many punches as he could back at Rodriguez.
that was a very strong showing, like I said, from Rodriguez. Not much time to counter those punches and attack.
You could see in Preble right now in the front. He's got his head down. He's pretty disappointed. And I mean, my goodness, when you get that kind of pressure on you, it's extremely difficult to mount offense. I'm sure Ray J is a little disappointed in his efforts, but that was more about what a good fighter Rodriguez is and less about Preble's skills. He just, again, he did a nice job when he could have trying to set up off that jab, but there was so much pressure coming back from Rodriguez. He couldn't really get much going during that fight. Again, listen, for these guys that are going to eventually go pro or who have dreams of going pro, you're going to learn a lot here. And, you know, I think for Preble, when you got a guy pressuring you like that, you got to take a different approach. You got to be able to create some offense. And he really just never got much
Fighting
going.
out of the red corner, Jaden Rodriguez.
So Rodriguez does a really nice job. It goes 3-2 in the end. But Rose City gets the bragging rights from Scrap 6, Octoberfist.
I think every fighter in this rivalry should be really proud. A lot of very great and strong fighters. Nothing to hang your head about.
And now, this is another one.
So if you're not into Whaling City and Rose City, good news, neither of them is going to be participating in the next matchup.
Out of the red corner, representing Elite Boxing, Brian DeJesus.
Yeah, Brian DeJesus. 20-year-old can get at 120 pounds. He's 7-2.
From KO Kings Boxing, Drexel. Some people call me Maurice.
That was very funny. Some people call me Maurice. Jared is the king of the nickname. He is a master at it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So Drexel Maurice, the 26-year-old, weighs 120 pounds. He comes in with a 4-2 record. So the Jesus and Maurice, as we are just about set for bout number 15.
Maurice with the 6-year age difference there. See if that comes into play as far as the knowledge.
So the crowd has calmed down just a tiny bit after 4 action-packed back-to-back Whaling City and Rose City fights.
So now here we go.
It was a lot to handle those 4 back-to-back fights.
It was intense.
It was intense. Still a couple more great fights coming your way. This one starts off with some heavy punches.
Ooh, Maurice with a nice left jab there. And another. Oh, wow, we're seeing some fantastic hand speed between Maurice and the Jesus.
You can really see the quickness of the Jesus, but you can see the strength. Maurice right back at him.
Another nice left there from the Jesus. Maurice really pressing the action here. Jesus goes down low with a nice couple of body blows. Maurice continues to work the upper region of the Jesus. Now he goes down low. Right, left, and a right and a left to the head from Maurice.
Maurice throwing a lot of punches.
I mean, some violent throws right there from Maurice. Seems almost like the Jesus may give Maurice a chance to tire himself out here a little bit. He's done a nice job of taking some punches and avoiding some punches. So he pushes Maurice off. But Maurice is throwing hard and fast and furiously here. Sets him up with a nice jab there, left, right combo. Now he's got him up against the ropes. The Jesus comes off the ropes and will set himself forward. Oh, man. Oh, but Maurice tagging him right now. The Jesus answers with his own combo.
Maurice just punching with authority. You can almost feel the strength behind his punches. You can definitely see it.
Again, a nice combo from Maurice to the dome of the Jesus. And he's just battering him left, right, and sideways right now.
Really incredible first round.
Just about everything Maurice threw there landed. I mean, that was intense. The Jesus.
Maurice doesn't need to sit. Ready to go.
He doesn't even look tired.
No, he doesn't.
He barely looks winded after an intense first round where he threw a lot of punches and also landed a lot of punches.
You can't discredit the speed of the Jesus. I mean, in the midst of Maurice throwing all those powerful punches, the Jesus was fighting right back. So really strong showing from both of these fighters, and I'm looking forward to the second one.
Yeah, Maurice is a very talented fighter, and man, it almost comes easy to him. But Brian De Jesus definitely has done a nice job in this fight so far. As much as and as hard as Maurice throws, he is definitely not outmatched here. So again, Maurice pressing the action with the Jesus with the solid footwork, able to spin that one up. And he's certainly thrown enough punches back. Again, Maurice really pressing the action here. I mean, Maurice just stalks him all over the ring. And again, as I said, it seems like everything he throws lands. Going to get a standing 8 count for that little combination of punches to the skull. I'm sure the Jesus doesn't mind a breather here for a second. A chance to kind of gather his wits and get in there. Maurice is just pressing the action, and we want to see the Jesus. There we go. Getting some offense going.
Maurice is definitely a violent man. He's hungry. You can tell that he wants this fight. He's been waiting for this fight. And so far, it's been his fight.
Man, Maurice has landed so many good clean punches here. Another big right, and then one down below, and then back to the skull, then he back to the body. The Jesus comes off the ropes with a nice combo with his own, but again, Maurice is applying the pressure, stalking his opponent, got him in the corner now. Nice job of the Jesus to get the hell out of there. Oh, big right, left. Oh, another good stinging left jab from Maurice. Got him back in the corner. De Jesus.
His face just got buried in his fist.
Oh, man, he is getting battered at this point. Maurice just applying so much pressure, and it doesn't give De Jesus, we just saw this in the last fight, not enough of an opportunity to really get anything going. Maurice is always in his face.
There's no doubt about that, Joe.
It is so hard to mount offense when you're constantly playing defense. And Maurice has great strength, great size, great footwork, and it's he's given De Jesus everything he can handle. And De Jesus, to his credit, continues to fire back.
Yeah, we saw that in not the last fight, but the fight before with Rivera, or excuse me, with Prado and Kwashi. It was just so one-sided. You really just he didn't have an opportunity to play any to play any offense because he was just too busy playing defense.
This is a tough sport. It really is. And when you matchups are so important in this sport. If you're not used to fighting big pressure guys, it's a different look and it's a different feel, and you have to react to that a little bit differently. So again, Maurice comes out of the gate firing. De Jesus, though, he's not done by any stretch. Yeah, there's a big right.
Slipped up there, but recovers nicely.
Nice footwork to get himself out of that situation. As you said, a little stumble, but man, this kid Maurice is something else. Speed, power, and again, he doesn't look in the least bit winded.
No, he doesn't. Just a great combination of punches that have been thrown, and there's another combination.
Come on, that is a stunning amount of. That was about a six punch combination, and all six landed as flush and cleanly as possible.
I'm telling you, if you don't have your eyes on Drexel Maurice, you better start watching because he has been spot on this afternoon in this fight.
Big right from again. Then credit to De Jesus because, man, he's taken a good beating in here, and he is still doing everything he can when the opportunity comes for him to muster some offense. And he's also taken some devastating punches from Drexel Maurice.
De Jesus has thrown a lot of very good punches. And we said it earlier, it's not about the inability of De Jesus. It's just about how tough and how strong and how violent Maurice is and has been in this fight. No discredit to Brian De Jesus.
Oh, yeah. I would hope so. Jared was just telling us, everyone's very high on Drexel Maurice. This kid is a super talent. They would think within 2 years he will be pro and will be doing this on a much bigger stage. So remember the name Drexel Maurice.
Very strong showing. And really just an awesome fighter. Very, very violent.
So we are moving into that was the third round. What am I talking about? Fight is over, and it was a good one. It's been a long afternoon.
It has, Joe. Good afternoon, though.
Drexel Maurice might be my favorite fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might get an autograph before we leave here today. This kid is, man, he was something else. Man, that one particular combination, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it was at least a 6-punch combo to the head, and all 6 landed as clean and flush as possible. It was a very impressive. But the footwork and the hand speed. Wow.
Yeah, that was absolutely incredible. I'll tell you what, if Drexel Maurice has shirts or merch, I'll take.
Let's get that kid's merch now because eventually it's going to be unaffordable.
Out of the blue corner, by unanimous decision, KO Kings Boxing, Drexel Maurice.
We have entered the back of our scorecard now. 2 fights remaining on the card on this amazing afternoon of boxing. Scraps 6, Octoberfist. Still plenty of action remaining, but what an afternoon we have had so far, and especially in this fight from Drexel Maurice. Really strong showing.
And now,
So we are back here live.
introducing first,
Having a little bit of a camera
boxing
issue.
out of the red
Get that
corner.
resolved in.
He represents the Coast Guard Academy, Nicholas Ford. And boxing out of the blue corner, from Bare Bones Boxing, Corey Brooks.
Representing the Coast Guard Academy is Nicholas
This bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds.
And representing Bare Bones Boxing is Corey Duncan Brooks. Nicholas Folks, age 22, is weighing in at 195 pounds. He has 1 win and 3 losses. For Brooks, he's age 20, weighing in at 195 pounds. He's got 3 wins and 2 losses. This is going to be another one of those great fights. I can already tell.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. All right. We are 2 fights away from the end of this afternoon. So we're very excited. Nicholas Folks and Corey Duncan Brooks, who we've seen before. A couple of big fellas.
Yeah, they are definitely the biggest competitors that we have seen this afternoon. And yeah, very, very strong start to the fight.
So Brooks and Folks going at it here.
Folks of the Coast Guard Academy wearing all white. Brooks, bare bones, a very violent start to this match here in the first round.
By the way, these guys are both 195 pounders.
The big boys. Definitely the 2 biggest competitors that we have seen this afternoon.
Taking the ring here to the limit at this point. Oh, big right hand by Brooks. Man, Brooks just showing all sorts of uppercuts in here. Folks having some trouble. Oh, he catches him with another big right hand. Going to get him a standing 8 count for his troubles.
Definitely need some time just to regroup and get back in this fight. Through the first round of this fight, and so far has been a good fight. A lot of really just awesome action we've had this afternoon, not one fight has been born. Every single fight has been very, very interesting and very worth watching.
Just straighten that camera out a tiny bit. All right, so great first round between Nicholas Folks of the Coast Guard Academy and Corey Duncan Brooks from Terrebonne, who we have seen here before. Folks making his debut at Scrubs Scraps, comes in with a 1-3 record.
These are some big dudes, man. I'm telling you. This ring is shaking every time they move.
Yeah, Corey Duncan Brooks is looking real good so far today.
He really has, and I think right now he's been the front runner of this fight, really just in control. Although it seems as if Nicholas Folks has an answer to everything that Corey Duncan Brooks has been throwing at him.
But they get a little tied up there. Referee breaks it up, gets a little bit of a warning. Reset. I'd love to see folks put that, he paused with that left instead of throwing it as a jab. You can work off a jab. You can't really work off a paw. I'm telling you, his left hand has barely seen any action in this fight.
It's been all right hands. A lot of strong punches.
Also,
another one.
you know, very flat-footed, not much movement. I mean, he's basically a target, and Brooks has done a nice job of going in there and hitting him. It's a big left hand. Yeah, again, listen, Folks a big guy. He's got good movement, but I don't know that I saw. I mean, he does this thing where he kind of paws the left hand, but pawing doesn't allow you to set up the right hand. So he's got his work cut out for him here as we move into the third round. But Corey Duncan Brooks has done a nice job of fighting with both hands, which is super important, and really not allowing Nicholas Folks much in the way of mustering an offensive attack. And it's hard to set yourself up if you're not throwing and connecting with a jab of any sort at all.
It's going to be a really interesting third round. We can see, or we hope to see, if Nicholas Folks can make a comeback here. Duncan Brooks in control of this fight, though, as we head into the third round.
There you saw Corey Duncan Brooks opens up with a left jab, right? He sets himself up to throw a right hand. Where's Dart? So now Duncan throws a nice combo there. Or Folks rather throws the combo. Now he's starting to throw a little bit of the left hand. There it is. There's another good left from Folks.
You can really feel just the punches that slap on their skin, how violent these punches are being thrown by Corey Duncan Brooks.
Brooks being warned for holding. There we go. Again, Folks with a little left jab. It's a push. It's a push. The jab is more of a push than it is a jab.
You see it right there again. Good example.
There's a nice. There you go. See now, but now he's throwing the jab and not following it with the right. Now it's just the jab. He's in trouble here, boy. He got absolutely tagged. I don't know if the referee knows how in trouble he is, but he's in big trouble.
Corey Duncan Brooks can finish him off here. That's a big right jab.
Honestly, Nicholas Folks just punching anything, trying to hopefully make contact.
It comes alive there with a little dancing. Again, a couple of jabs, but now you're not seeing any follow-up with that right hand. So first it was all rights, now it's only jabs. There it is. This is a big, strong fella. He can do a lot of damage, but you gotta set yourself up. And we're just not seeing enough of that.
I think Corey Duncan Brooks is going to take this one this afternoon.
I'll tell you right now, Nicholas Folks, if you were your coach and everybody's watching this, again, we saw no left hand early and then nothing but left hands at the end. You want to work them both. Now, again, there's some trouble when you're getting pressured. There's a tendency to want to push it. We saw folks doing a lot of pushing in this fight, whereas, again, a jab and then the right to follow up would have been a more effective approach. It's something, again, he's 1-3 in his career. Maybe goes to 1-4 here. It's something he can definitely work on. It's a big, strong, very fast guy, but you need to use your left to set up your right. And it's in this case, I think for him, it's as simple as that. A little adjusting, and I think this guy's going to be just fine. Another impressive performance, though. We've seen it before at Scraps events where Corey Duncan Brooks brings the heat.
Yeah, he definitely came out fiery, and he kept it that way.
Let's hear it one more time for Nicholas and Corey. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by unanimous decision, fighting out of the blue corner and representing Bergos boxing, Corey.
Decision to make, and it was the right decision. Obviously, Corey Duncan Brooks with an outstanding fight there.
There's definitely a lot to learn and a lot of room for growth on the side of Nicholas Folks. Still a very good fighter, just didn't really use any of his resources in that fight. I think he has the potential. But Corey Duncan Brooks was just the better fighter this afternoon.
We talk a lot about how matchups make fights, and it's again you're gonna do better against certain kinds of fighters than you are against other types of fighters.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 bouts remaining.
This is a guy that's only going to get better from here on out.
Boxing out of the red corner and representing Uppercut.
Also, that's a big. He just walked past us, behind us.
Derek
It's a big fella.
Yeah, he is definitely on the upcoming.
And from Universal Training, Deshaun Hall.
So no idea who is fighting in this one. We'll have to get that from Jared in a second. I think this is one of those fights where they made fights from fights that didn't happen.
Good opportunity for these two fighters. They were not originally on the card, but ready to make a name for themselves.
Give me these two names.
Jared.
You should be a Y. It's Tyshawn Hall and Derek Pedreros.
Okay, so Derek Pedreros and Tyshawn Hall. A fight in the 165-pound weight class. This was not scheduled originally, but you had a couple of guys who didn't have their fights go off today, and so able to pair up a couple of fellas. And here we go, a bonus fight.
More action for you.
Pedreros and Hall. Hall in the blue, Pedreros with the red gloves is in the black.
Very very quick start to the fight. I feel like I've been saying that a lot. Really just very fast start to this opening round. A lot of quickness, especially from Paderos. But also good combinations.
These guys are happy to fight up against the ropes. Nice punch there from Hall. Yeah, I like this. We're seeing a lot of jabs, working off the jab. That's what it's all about. Great footwork from both of these guys so far. Nice left from Hall. Oh, nice right hand there from Hall, too. Nice feint and a nice right hand Hall landed as he caught Paderos on the way in.
Hall's got it going for him right now. He stumbles a little bit, but.
Oh!
Opening.
Hall's a fun little fighter. He caught him with a right as Paderos was backing up. Hall threw like a winging right hook, and he caught him. Very impressive.
And then a nice selection of body shots as the bell rang too.
So we are 2 rounds away from our main event.
It's been a fun afternoon. A lot of great fights. This one being one of them, as first round of this one was definitely very exciting as these fighters get ready for round 2. I thought Hall had the advantage in the first round.
These guys start to feel each other out a little bit here to start a round 2. Paderos trying to figure out exactly what the right strategy is. You're seeing a lot of feinting on both sides right now. Big left there by Hall as Paderos closes the distance and then immediately retreats.
It seems like Hall moves around quite a bit. I mean, he is as quick as a cat.
Very fluid motions, too. And excellent movement around this ring. You're right. Very soft on his feet. And he's never quite where you think he's going to be when you try to hit him.
You think he's one place, and then he's in the other place. He moves around quite a bit.
So you saw earlier, Paderos closed the distance and then didn't really end up mounting any offense just because of the good footwork from Hall. He wasn't quite in the spot where I think Paderos moved in and thought he was going to be, and he couldn't mount anything. So sometimes footwork is a big part of your defense as well. You know, being where you're not, where they don't think you're going to be goes a long way.
Yeah, we've definitely mentioned footwork a lot today and the importance of it. Seeing the different styles of fighting between all of the fighters this afternoon. Definitely a little bit of a different style of fighting with the amount of movement that Hall has had.
Paderos really trying to mount something here. He's got him up against the ropes into the corner. Oh, Paderos got smoked with a left right there. So Paderos is still struggling to get anything really going.
Whereas to Sean Hall, I mean, again, great movement, very fluid, and excellent footwork. He's giving Paderos all he can handle right now.
Yeah, I'm really liking Paderos right now in this fight.
So here we go, our third and final round, Paderos and Tashawn Hall, 165-pound division. There's no gym listed for Hall, so I don't know where Tashawn Hall fights out of. I assume whatever gym it is, it's a good one because this kid's very good.
Or he's just homegrown.
Yeah, imagine if this fella just showed up off the streets. Now Paderos really getting something going. He's got him up against the ropes here, and he's starting to really mount some offense. Big right hand. Oh, look at Hall. I mean, goodness gracious, the hand speed's sick. Again, Paderos trying to mount something, whatever he can do. I mean, this kid's been relentless in trying. But Hall's too fast. He moves quickly. The footwork is great. Ducked himself out of another one there, and then a big jab. Then he goes to the body. He's having a lot of fun in there as well. Again, nothing landed there from Paderos. Punches were either blocked or missed. So again, he's trying to mount offense, but he's just not having too much success with it. Look at the movement.
A lot of movement.
Reminds me a little bit of the great Roy Jones.
Yeah, I can see that.
Look at that jab, that relentless jab in the face. Great movement, good footwork.
Trying to get everything they have.
Yeah, Paderos unloads there at the end.
Yeah, this one, it's going to be another close fight, but ultimately I think it's going to go to Hall.
Yeah, it was a fantastic fight. Hall definitely, I'm going to assume, took this one.
The 17th fight of the evening. It was definitely a good one. One left, which is our main event coming up right after the scoring.
Kevin Lazou, who we've seen from Central City Boxing, has earned his way into the main event. He'll be taking on Wilner Mendez Boxing's Victor Guerrera. For the second to last time, we go ringside and Jared Jones. So one of the better fights today was one that was not even scheduled when the day started.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. That was a very good fight, very strong fight. All confident.
Your winner by unanimous decision, boxing out of the blue corner, representing Universal Training, Tyshawn Hall.
Decision is right. He was in control of that fight for the entire duration of the fight. No doubter there.
And representing Universal, we just found out. Universal Boxing. So we do know the gym now, and they should be very proud. Their one entrant has represented them very well. Paderos, I got to say, listen, he did a great job. You were fighting a guy who I think is just a little more closer to the elite level, and it was definitely a little more than he could handle.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event of the evening. Introducing first, boxing out of the red corner. He represents Central City Boxing, Kevin Lazu.
So Kevin Lazu from Central City Boxing, the 24-year-old, weighed in at 100.
And his opponent
has a record of 9-3.
Fighting out of the blue corner, representing Wilmer Mendez Boxing, Victor Guerrero.
26-year-old weighs 140 pounds from Wilmer Mendez Boxing. He's 19-6 for his career.
Impressive. Most wins out of any competitor in this event today.
So Lazu and Gura in the main event.
I like the trunks that Lazu is sporting.
We've been treated today to some high fashion in the boxing world.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, this has been a stellar afternoon as we move into our third 3.5 hours in. We are at the main event. And this has been such a great afternoon of fights. Congratulations to all these gyms that participated today and to all the great fighters. Here we go. Main event time. Lazu and Gura.
This is it. Moment you all been waiting for. Let's go.
Lazu's got the red gloves and Gura is in the blue.
A little spinning there.
All right.
Tap dancing.
A little dance action. A little Olay. Oh, there we go.
Good punch combination from Lazu. Oh, that was a big.
Wow. Big right, left. That was fantastic. Gura lands one down below. Lazu does a nice job there. Jab right to the body, and then he floats away. Gura goes to the body. Another big right from Gura. Lazu rocked him with that one.
It's uppercut from Gura. You can really hear the aggression.
Again, Lazu connects him. A big left hand.
That'll do it for round one of the main event. Both fighters had really strong rounds.
I thought Lazu looked great there. Really came out of the gate firing and really established himself here in a big first round. Gura's going to have some work to do here in round two. Man, Lazu landed a couple of real nice, clean.
That right, left. Just, wow, like what even happened? That was crazy. That combination one of the hardest hits we've seen all afternoon.
All right, so here we go with round 2 of our main event. Kevin Lazou and Victor Gura. Go. Lazou moves in there and big left, 2 big left hooks. Catches Gura both times. Gura, obviously the taller fighter here, Chad, and is not using the reach advantage at all. Lazou's done a nice job of getting inside.
Yeah, you can see the height advantage from Gura, between Gura and Lazou.
Ooh, and he gets him again.
Left.
Tell you what, Gura better keep those hands up.
Yeah, Lazou has been coming at him with a lot of punches. A couple more right there. Gura has been taking a beating to the head.
Cruz looked a little better these last 2 exchanges, but this fight has been mostly one-sided for Lazou.
I can agree with you there. Lazou has really won this fight so far. Nice jab there from Lazou.
But Lazou just missed 2 big right hands back to back. Catches him with a left. Again, Gura not really landing much. And nothing really flush or clean at all. Lazou does a good job of landing and then getting out of there. He's not there to be countered.
It's almost like he doesn't allow Gura to even have time to attack because he's already out of there.
We've seen a lot of that tonight defensively, the way these guys are fighting where, I land and then when you go to counter, I'm gone. I'm not in striking range. And you're seeing great footwork from Lazou. And it's very hard to hit Lazou. I don't think he's landed one clean punch.
No, he really hasn't. It's just been, a lot of, cluster. Hopefully he can do better in the 3rd round.
It looks like his corner is telling him to work the body, where you're more likely to hit a guy. When you go headhunting is hard to do. It's hard to land good, clean, flush punches to a head.
Especially with
bodies don't move, Chad. Bodies are pretty much right where I want them to be, and I'm just going to keep hitting you there. Heads move. Heads are on a swivel, and that's why I say it all the time, Chad, when we're here, that to the younger guys especially, work the body. I know the head's sexy. The body's where it's at.
Especially with Gura being taller than Lazou.
Yeah, he's got total reach advantage. He has not been able to utilize that at all. And Lazou's footwork has been superior all throughout this fight so far.
A lot of swinging and missing from Gura.
I mean, again, Gura could do some damage from right on the outside there, and instead he keeps closing the gap, which only helps Lazou, who then uses the footwork to put himself in a position to counter back on Gura. Again, Gura moves in, throws a punch, nothing lands clean. And then he gets tagged by Lazou, misses a big right, misses a left, and then gets tagged again. Another big left, Lazou lands to Gura's skull. Again, Lazou tags him. Gura threw a whole bunch of punches in there, and again, I don't know that any one punch landed flush and clean. There's a nice one. He throws the big jab and then follows it up. Again, and now he's got Lazou sort of pinned to keep Lazou in place. Lazou's been really hard to control in this fight. There's a big right from Gura.
Lazou's fighting like a dog.
Lizzou's just a really good fighter. And, I mean, his ability to not be hit in this fight has been very impressive. You know, listen, Gura's trying, and he's just not there to hit, and he's not there to hit flush. His corner was telling him to work the body. Haven't seen any of that in this round as well. And he's getting tagged again as the round comes to an end. Another big left from Lizzou connects.
Yeah, I think the outcome of this fight is going to be very clear in favor of Lizzou.
So Lizzou's a guy we saw on undercards at previous events. And as I said, you know, listen, you've had success and you move yourself into headlining event. That's very impressive.
Yeah, no doubt he's going to be very proud of himself to notch his 10th win of his career.
So the main event has come to an end, as has this spectacular afternoon of boxing. And as you can see in the background, this place is emptied out fairly quickly.
Definitely some folks that want to beat the traffic.
So here we go in the ring for the final time. Jared Jones will let us know who the winner was.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the main event by way of split decision.
Oh, wow.
Fighting out of the red corner and representing Central City Boxing, Kevin Lazu.
Surprise there with the split decision. I thought it was
That's a shocker,
pretty
honestly.
one-sided with Kevin Lazu. However, overall, good fight. He got the win, and I think there's a lot of things for Guerra to work on after this fight. Definitely could have been on the attack a little bit more, but there's always room for improvement, and I think both fighters definitely did a great job this fight.
All right, at this time, I'd like to thank everybody.
So that's going to do it, man. What an exciting afternoon of boxing. Kevin Lazu by split decision.
And we will
I'm not
probably see
seeing
another
that
from SCRAPS
yeah,
7.
but an excellent main event.
All
And again,
12,
congratulations to
that and
Lazu,
12.
who, as I mentioned, has
Have a good night, everybody.
done well at other Scraps events and found himself today in the headlining role. Obviously, we saw Rose City take out Whaling City 3-2 in their 5 matches. That was an absolute ton of fun. I know everybody obviously really enjoyed that. Chad, all in all, your thoughts on the day?
Listen, there's a lot to wrap my head around on what just happened right now. I mean, that was a lot of action that we just saw in those 3 hours or almost 4 hours. But man, that was such an amazing event, and the fighters were awesome. Like being up close and personal, like me and Joe are, is just, you get a different aspect, a different just viewpoint of the sport. And I'm definitely, I was a boxing fan before we started, and I'm definitely a boxing fan 100 times more. So very cool event. Shout out to everyone from Scraps and everyone, that came out today, everyone that was watching the stream, and I look forward to being here again.
Loved having you, brother. Again, an absolutely phenomenal afternoon for our crew, Brian Adams, and for Josh. What's your last name, Josh?
Josh Berry.
Josh Berry. I did know that. What am I talking about?
I
Josh
knew that.
Berry. Yeah, big shout out to those guys. 2-man crew. They're doing their first ever event like this, so very impressive. Chad Debkowski, an excellent debut calling fights. Appreciate having you there by my side, partner. Big shout out to Jared Jones and everybody at Scraps. All these great gyms, we really appreciate you. And how about one last time, let's talk about these folks. Our wonderful sponsors, KKC Law, Central City Boxing and Barbell, Acker Electric LLC, and Leo's Hot Dog Cart, which I believe is right outside. I think I'm going to patronize them and go get us a hot dog.
Yeah. Are you buying?
You know I am, brother. You know me. Free
I'll
hot
take that.
dogs.
Let's go.
I got you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that is going to do it for this one. Scraps 6, Octoberfist.
Have a great one. We'll catch you back here before Christmas for Scrap 7. Once again, for Chad Debkowski, I'm Joe McGuire. Thanks for watching.